Hi.
Hello.
We're not.
I wasn't sure if I was introducing or not. I was. Just
Look. We're here. Hello.
We're here.
Fine. We're totally fine.
Everything is
fine.
Everything is okay.
Clap hands if you believe.
Welcome to the TPK QnA stream, guys. This is basically going to be a Q&A / chill stream for us. For anyone that wants to ask any questions about our world or our characters, or just like us as people just want to chill and listen to us rave about whatever. That's what we're here for. Because unfortunately, we are missing a Madi. She's taking some well-deserved vacation time.
How dare she live her best fucking life?
Yeah, seriously, and leave us behind like this. Yeah,
without us.
Seriously. How dare she?
How dare she be so amazing and, take time for herself?
What a bitch.
Unacceptable.
You guys.
she's gonna hear this from us and be like, yep, nope, absolutely.
Or she's gonna watch it and go, yeah, tracks.
Yeah, right.
The worst part is that also tracks, knowing Madi. Oh god.
We know each other too well at this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've done this for 2 years now.
Oh god.
Almost.
We're gonna hit our 2-year mark sometime in the summer of next year.
Oh my goodness, that's terrifying.
Yes.
No, not summer.
Spring?
Late winter, early spring.
Really?
Yes. Yes, it was not summer. I was done cranking by the time we started. Or no, I was still cranking by the time we started.
Oh my goodness.
So,
woo! Time flies.
Yeah, almost 2 years, guys.
Oh my god.
Fucking god.
What a freaking journey it's been. Seriously.
Yeah.
Anti-social queen over here!
I mean, look, we all have our own thresholds of, social interaction.
Somebody just doesn't know how to word things properly, so,
Well, I mean, same.
Looking at you, Liz.
All the time. Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm looking at you, hun, miss. I ordered shoes and got arrested.
Yeah, I mean...
No. She attempted to order a pair of shoes. However, she was arguing with the cobbler as to what the process is in actually ordering a set of shoes. And basically
I was trying to make it a surprise, and he wasn't letting me.
Yes, because there are some people that you can't always control.
Also, it would have been just as surprising had you just brought Colleen over and been like, surprise, I'm going to get you a new pair of shoes.
Yeah, or
put your foot here.
Tell the man what you want.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still.
It could have also been paid for. And then, but it escalated to
I'm gonna stab you.
No. I'm not going to stab you. But I wish,
want to.
Yeah, I wish I could. As a ranger.
I'm not going to stab. But I want to.
I want to. That was one of the most iconic moments that we've had.
I said I'm not going to.
I'm not going to stab you, but I want to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe we'll just start there and ask each other questions while we wait for more people to join and maybe ask questions if they want to. Yeah. How about we think of some of our favorite moments so far in stream?
Oh, I knew you were gonna go there.
Well, you know, there was the time that the ranger almost got arrested and did get arrested, so...
Well, I mean, that is a collective favorite, I feel.
Fair.
I'm not gonna lie, though. I think another collective favorite of mine is when Willow almost died.
Oh, from the fucking pufferfish?
From the pufferfish.
Yeah, from the pufferfish.
Yeah.
That was peak D&D.
Yeah, 100%.
That was some, what was it? Dukes of Hazzard shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah, it was. Oh my
goodness.
That's
so
one of those
good.
stories that you tell every fucking time the
You
shit
talk about
comes
the
up.
campaign? Oh,
Yeah, like
speaking of talking about a specific moment in a campaign. I'm sorry, baby. Do you want to?
keep going.
Okay. The moment when somebody helped our DM create a monster, a creature, and then joined the party, and then he threw that creature at us and killed one of our party members.
It was kind
I'm
of
sorry,
funny.
what? I was busy on my phone texting. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also did like the look on your guys' faces when Esmeralda died the first time.
Oh my fucking god.
Like, because, in the background, me and Ryan had the conversation of her being a vampire, and I was like, sure, absolutely, she's gonna hate it, but I'm gonna love it as a player. And so when it was time for her to kick the bucket, essentially, I loved everyone else's faces, and I'm like, they don't know yet.
Well, we had an idea.
Yeah.
Because with something like Power Word Kill, that's something you have to talk about the player prior to.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I had an idea, but at the same time, it was just, what?
Oh, okay.
Run!
Okay, we do have some questions. I'm actually, I'm just gonna preface this by saying, Maddie is not here with us right now. It's not that her camera is off or whatever. I just have her icon up because, again, she is on vacation at the moment. So that's why we are having the chill stream. Otherwise, Ryan would be probably building an encounter for us right now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, if nothing else, we could, any questions for Maddie, we can set aside for her to read later, and then she can answer them on her own time.
Sure.
Or
Yeah.
maybe she'll if you go and type them in the comments on this once it becomes a VOD, she might answer them there.
Mm-hmm. But I do see a question from Crazy Blind Jake saying, so Ryan, I know that you're working on a source book for your world setting. How close are you to having it completed? Also, you plan on expanding upon it after? ?
That is a good question. My original instinct was to make everything in one big super book. I didn't want to do what Critical Role does, where they make a different source book for each continent. But the more I thought about that, the more I realized how just unwieldy that kind of really is, and how much more difficult it would be on me to do it that way, because I have a lot for Andora and even Morlefay as a continent, but I don't have as much for Emerus or the Norlands. Yes,
You could do what Elderbrain did and just have it all together in one giant source book, like Elderbrain did with their Crown of the Oathbreaker source book. That I really
that's what I'm saying though. I don't have anything planned out for Emrys, or other than vague details I've got off in the corner of my mind. I know Emrys is where the original Kelavahan is, which is the currently the homeland of the dwarves, or currently ruled by the dwarves. But yeah, it's but it's not. Beyond that, I know that Kelavahan is there. That I know they control all trade between the northern and southern halves of the continent, because they specifically built out their territory to be this long, thin line across, in a similar way that Erelon built their continent, their country, to be a trade hub. But whereas they went with a circle shape so that they could be touching every country and get the benefits of trade that way, Kelavahan just cut the continent in half and said, if you want to trade with each other, you got to go through us.
Interesting.
So I have a few things thought out that way. I know who the king of Kelavahan is, Fey King Leorio. I just dropped his name in our last session.
Yes, you did.
And then I know that there's I know I'm gonna mispronounce this. Liangzhou or something like that. Is the major continent on that. It's the is the largest country in Andorra. But it is war torn. It is largely based on Chinese and Japanese warring states sagas, the Sengoku Jirai, as well as a lot of like the 12 Kingdoms type of stuff. But beyond the fact that it's basically just a bunch of warring city-states, and it's the place where a lot of that side of the world's adventurers go, because they're basically mercenaries.
Yeah.
It's where Naaman did a lot of his studying abroad when he was like learning to fight. That's like he was on his way back from there when he met Madi, or when he met Annalise. So, but to get back to the original question, I'm probably going to do installments. I'm probably going to do a source book for each continent. So that's going to be probably four source books altogether. There's going to be one for Morlefay, there's going to be one for the Norlands, one for Emrys, and then one for the Diamond Isles Archipelago.
Okay.
And after that, who knows? I got to get the first one out first. And I might change the title of it, because the working title has been The Errant Guild Guide to Andorra.
Ega!
I hate you. But, you know, like, if it's, you know, I might do like parts, like the EGGA part 1, and then the EGGA part 2, and so on and so forth. Rather than doing like what Matt Mercer did, where he went like Tal'Dorei Reborn and you know, Explorer's Guide to Wild, and like having a different naming scheme for each one. I might just put them all under the same thing, and it's just a continuation of the same book.
Yeah.
So I kind of both, I guess. It's going to be the same book, just broken into 4 parts.
Okay.
So that way I get to keep the really cool Errant Guild Guide to Andorra title, which I like. But I also hate it because somebody keeps calling it what she keeps calling it.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody called the OOD, or my Officer of the Deck, an Ood. So
you think you'd have
payback.
So you would think you'd have more sympathy for when it happens to somebody else.
Fuck no. Fuck yes, Blaze. Lega my Ega.
Yeah.
I love you, Blaze.
I'm officially changing the name of this book now.
Also, Jake said, okay, so I see you mentioned 3 main continents. I know there's other countries or territories within them. How many major continents are there going to be altogether?
Technically, there's 3 continents, and then there's the Diamond Isles Archipelago. Which the archipelago acts functionally as its own continent, but it's not like one massive landmass. Obviously, it's an archipelago. But it kind of connects to the Northlands, which is kind of like this version's Antarctica / what's the word I'm looking for? Why am I Slavic area? What is it called? Why am I blanking on this?
Are you okay?
It's
like Vikings, the Vikings of this world. Like what is the actual word for that?
Nordic.
Scandinavian.
Oh, okay.
That's the Scandinavian like themed area. So yeah, there are 3 main continents. One of them is split in half by a river, and that is the Northlands, where they fight over natural resources because Civil War. Like I said, I have a little bit planned out for each of those things, but like it's basically this is the major thing here. Mm-hmm. This is the major thing there. This place is a desert. This place is ruled by a vampire queen who's the queen of all undead. This one is, like that's basically what I've got right now. Until we go there, I have no reason to flesh it out any further, and I'm not going to put that much extra stress on myself to do so. So
that's fair.
I see Pierre Kelly asked us, "Were you ever fans of Critical Role before this channel started?" Absolutely, yes, 100%. At least for me.
Yes.
Yeah. No, Critical Role was the inspiration for Andora. I was going through campaign 1, and I really liked what Matt did with Exandria. A few things I thought were like just kind of necessary for D&D for whatever reason when I was watching it, which is why you see a lot of similarities. Gilmore notwithstanding.
Yep, definitely. Oh, Gilmore's in our campaign though. Oh, sorry, that's Garland.
Garland.
Hate you. Hate you.
I just remembered where I put
I love you.
I just remembered where I put my beanie from their whole Kickstarter campaign for the Vox Machina show. It's on my dresser in my room.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because I contributed to their Kickstarter, to their first Kickstarter campaign when they were still doing the Vox Machina stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Dope.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I started getting into Critical Role after we started this campaign, because I started with campaign 3, and then when I'd gotten caught up at a certain point with campaign 3, I went and started listening to campaign 2, and then I fell behind on campaign 3, so now I'm trying to get caught back up with 3. So, yeah.
I'm trying to get caught up with 3 right now too. I've watched all the way through 1 and 2, in order at that, which was a fucking magnitude. But I'm caught up with those 2, and I'm trying to get to through campaign 3. I'm currently on episode 32 of campaign 3.
Garlic. Instead of Garland, it's garlic.
Oh God.
I saw another question. Where'd it go? Oh, right. It was. I think you just answered my question. How many campaigns do you plan on doing in Andora? I know you're doing this one. You probably did another because you already have the Errant Guild. Well, that's not necessarily true.
No, the Errant Guild was actually something I came up with for TikTok.
Yes.
So that was originally a TikTok thing, and Azazel is based heavily on my OC Dilgath, which had a whole lot of things a whole lot of story that I've repurposed somewhat for Azazel, but
oh,
yeah, I had to rework a lot of it because obviously I can't make Azazel like an archangel because that's a weird thing. Also, I can't like have him have gone from archangel to demon. Like it doesn't work that way in D&D. I could just say it does because
you could,
whatever. But I didn't want to because I already had things in mind for how Andora works and how the Hells work and how all that stuff works.
I mean, I have homebrew for an archdemon in my D&D Beyond thing. So
well, archdemons exist in D&D Beyond in D&D.
Yeah, but like archangels, I'm fairly certain someone's made a homebrew at least for archangel.
No, I'm sure they have.
Yeah,
you can use that at least for reference.
But an archangel becoming an archdemon is specifically what I had to like rearrange. So. Yeah, but more to the point of the question, which was how many campaigns we're going to do. Honestly, unclear. I know I want to do at least one for each continent or each major collection of countries. So right now we're doing the Emrys campaign, really, which is basically what this is called, or the Waddle campaign, whatever you want to call it. What? Or not the Emrys, the Morlefay campaign, where hopefully soon we will be actually moving outside of Erelon. I might do another campaign on Morlefay, just that's more of a multi-country spanning type thing, because we've spent a lot of time in Erelon, which like by this time I actually thought we would be out of Erelon and doing more like what's the word I'm looking for? Globetrotty type things.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
We haven't gotten there
We're
yet.
just traveling Erelon.
Yeah, I do have something planned for after the Belashira arc, where you guys will be doing a little bit more globetrotting. Mostly because I want to give Madi her chance to like really shine with her character's expertise and the things that she chose to have as part of her character. I want to give that room to shine and room to breathe. So putting your asses on the water is a priority for me at some point. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it.
You're going to do it.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's hopefully going to happen in the next arc, I think. Light spoilers, we're probably going to be leaving Andor or Erelon in after the Belashir arc. But everything is subject to change because, these people make decisions. So just because I'm planning on that, they might decide to go fucking the other direction and set sail into the fucking Kraken's nest. Who the fuck knows?
That's a great way to end the campaign.
Yeah,
it is.
Very quickly.
Hey, let's take a long way around to my home island.
Oh, God.
You'd have to pass over a whole other continent to do that. Like, that really is the long way around.
Okay, I saw... Jack Sales also said, perhaps look up Zariel. Maybe that's another thing for you to use as a reference.
Azrael, yeah. That was
Azrael
largely...
or Zariel? Because I see Zariel. I don't know if you meant Azrael, Jack. Maybe it is Azrael.
Azrael as Azazel, I always get those two mixed up. But I think if Azrael is who I think it is, it's basically it was kind of the inspiration for Dilligaf / Azazel's character to begin with. I always get them mixed up, so he might be Azazel now when I originally meant Azrael. But he's the one who basically convinced Lucifer to rebel, I think it was.
I think
something
so,
like that. Yeah.
Okay, I was just gonna read Jake's question.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay. So Jake said, so you guys are obviously Critical Role fans. All 3 campaigns are great. Have you ever seen any of the things from the High Rollers crew in the UK? Or have you seen any of the Drakenheim campaigns?
I think I watched High Rollers, if I'm not mistaken.
I have not.
Not either. I've been meaning to get into other live play like streamers and stuff, but I don't really do Twitch. I don't really like Twitch. I don't like the way they treat their content creators. I don't like their terms of service. I don't like their business practices. So I generally tend to avoid them. I catch Critical Role on YouTube. So if they stream on YouTube, I'm usually more likely to go and do this. Just nobody streams on YouTube yet.
That's changing. Well, no, that's changing very soon. There are actually a lot of very prominent Twitch streamers that are moving to YouTube now.
Oh yeah, there'll be more by the end of the year.
I'm sure.
No, well, YouTube just updated. They just announced that they're going to be rolling out basically all of Twitch's features. So all the things that people go to Twitch for, YouTube is going to have now, and combine that with the way that YouTube treats its content creators in comparison to the way Twitch treats theirs, there's going to be very little reason to stay with Twitch after the launch is official. So
also, there's another platform like YouTube that's come up recently as well. It's called Odyssey. My friend Cody from the Camelot 331 channel, he posts a lot of his videos on there. I don't know if you can live stream on it, but I've checked it out. It's okay for the most part, and he seems to be doing pretty well because he does the retail horror stories type of content on YouTube originally, and he's most famous for the GameStop stories. However, YouTube has kind of been throttling him, so after he does a stream on YouTube, he goes on Twitch, and then he also posts his actual recorded videos on YouTube and both Odyssey. So let me see if I can pull up Odyssey for you guys real quick.
I will say, For other streams I've been checking out personally, I've been checking out Legends of Evantris on YouTube. They have been playing an awesome Witchlight campaign that I've just fallen in love with. The DM is absolutely incredible. And I've also been checking out Roll for Dylan. He has been streaming Vampire the Masquerade and D&D 5e on Twitch. And like his stuff is great. Like just check it out. I'm trying to think of anyone else I've been.
Skull for Initiative. Old World Charm.
One of the ones. Yes, I haven't. I gotta watch it.
One of the ones I've been meaning to get into, I just haven't found the time or the spoons, is I think it's Arcane Arcade. It's the same guy. The DM for it is the same guy who's behind XP to Level 3. If you've ever seen their content, it's really fucking funny. I've started watching the XP to Level 3 stuff, and it's so good. It's a lot of skit comedy. It's a lot of if people treated D&D like it was Skyrim, or if people or that time, or the last video I think they made was the Halloween video, which was terrifying things your players can say. And it was basically just the running joke with it was the Keen Mind feed is just so broken. It's so good.
Yeah. Let's see.
So reading through the comments, High Rollers has some campaigns that aren't canonical with each other and are all great individually, and the track and the time campaigns are all connected. I think they're in their third campaign. Jack says, Azazel is a demon who first appears in Leviticus. The word is typically translated as scapegoat because one of a pair of goats is sent into the desert for Azazel. And he also says Zariel is a demon or devil who is a fallen angel in the Forgotten Realms.
Oh.
Did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
I knew that at some point, I'm sure, when I first started looking this shit up. But
yeah, but I haven't checked out. I've seen some clips from High Rollers and stuff. It looks pretty good, but I haven't actually watched it yet. Let's see. What more? Do you guys have any more questions? I'm also trying to think of questions to ask about campaign to each other.
What was the most heart-wrenching moment for you guys?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's tough.
There's so many.
I know Maddie has some of the best ones.
Oh my god, yes.
100%.
Well, I mean, what do you expect when you get the professional actor?
Yeah, you get a professional voice actress,
Right? See, I am torn between two heart-wrenching moments from earlier in the campaign, because both have to do with characters kind of going. First one was when Naaman died. And the second one was when Colleen was taken by the Fae.
Oh, gosh.
Why did you ask this, Liz?
I did not ask this.
My heart. Oh, wait, no. Why did you ask this, Avonlea? My heart.
Just blame Liz.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Liz is the Zariel of the group. Or, no, Liz is the Azazel of the group. Never mind.
The most emotional moment in the campaign for me as the DM, this is a weird question. Because I'm not actually role playing it with anybody most of the time. I'm just kind of standing back and letting it, happen. For me, I think it might have been when we first started following Naaman's plot threads, which we ended up having to drop because he, died. But the idea of a parental figure that you thought the world of, who has been secretly abusing you this entire time.
Yeah.
And then to punctuate that with poor fucking, what was his name? Robert?
For who?
The kid that you found taking care of Naaman's old house.
Right, yeah. I think his name
Damon
was
just like
Robert.
gave all of that to him, and it's like,
Dude.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't need it anymore. And then that reconciliation moment with his father, that was another big one.
Ooh.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
So,
good one.
Jake asked, most overpowered characters any of you have made, highest AC, etc. He played in a level 21 shot last Monday. His friend had a Leonin, a homebrew fighter, AC 49. That day, he learned when the DM says make level 20 character Godslayer, he is telling them to break the rules. He did not break the rules, but he survived.
Wow.
Ooh.
Highest
AC 49?
How the fuck? Yeah, Roger.
Fuck that.
I think Jack said Roger, question mark, for the...
Roger, that was it.
Right.
Yeah.
Roger. Wow.
He's doing great. You think?
Well, here's the
Oh, he
thing.
better be doing good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he better be fucking doing good.
Yeah, he's
not.
definitely
That's
not the
okay.
BBEG. Definitely.
Boy.
Okay, so we're all dying.
No,
We're not fighting Roger, that's fine.
wow. Highest AC, most overpowered players.
The
Or
most
characters.
overpowered characters that we've ever made.
Well, see, the thing is, I don't make many characters, but I've made a few monsters. And honestly, Massey at his max potential is probably the most busted thing I've ever created. Because it's so hard, especially for a 5th ad party. Because 5th ad relies so much on magic, basically forcing you to take your magic away it'll cripple almost any party. Unless you're all barbarians and fighters, it'll cripple you. It's insane.
Mm-hmm. I can't really think of the most overpowered character I've made.
I'm actually looking that up right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at my characters.
I think actually she wasn't overpowered, but she was definitely badass. My character Kaylin McKinnon for one of the one shots for the Outcast Guild that I played a while ago. My gunslinger fighter, I loved her so much. She wrecked house. I think that's the only thing I can think of, though. Yeah.
I think mine would have to be a combination. It's all a homebrew thing. Mm-hmm. So I came up with a homebrew class and a homebrew race, and I put them together to see what would happen. Basically stress testing how broken these two things are. So the original versions of this were super broken. It was the original version of the marked class that I've been building, and it was the original version of Duality Dragons, which is just dragons that can be people for a little while.
Yeah.
And it was probably the most busted thing I've ever created, but it leaned more on the marked class being busted than it did have really anything to do with the dragons. At level 20, that thing is super fucking busted. I had to do a lot to start balancing marked after that part, because I realized, okay, so I can do this, and this. That's when I put the level cap on what spells you could combine. You can only combine 5th or lower level spells, but you can make higher level spells by combining 2 of the lower level ones.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Jack's Sales says, I love the fact that Massey's original name was Old Norse for Black Thing. Was that intentional?
Yes, actually. It was Black Mass was what I was going for. That's what I typed into Google Translate. Because the working title in my head had just been the Black Mass up until that point.
Yeah.
that's that's what his original form is called, the Black Mass.
Mhm.
And then he evolves and becomes sentient and becomes Fartor Massi, which is the Black Mass. But you guys went with Massey. And then
I mean,
he's just Massey.
he's just messy.
and then the next version is Svartur of Avarice, which was going to be, if you guys didn't befriend him, that would have been your guys' BBEG. Which is this like CR fucking 30 hyper intelligent.
Cool.
Has
fine.
all the physical danger of a Tarask, but all of the intelligence of like a fucking Lich Lord. It's super fucking yeah.
Fuck that.
Well, Annalise's character is doing that right now.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I think
Let's be honest, it's the other way around. She's getting fucked by that.
When it
I
comes to
imagine they
broken
switch.
characters or open characters,
I always personally imagine that Massey is like the epitome of a soft top.
You know, fair. Continue, Avonlea. I'm sorry.
It's all good. I've been just looking through all of the characters that I've ever created, like NPC and actual like player characters. Otherwise, it would have to be kind of a tie-ish between my blue dragonborn sorceress, Akasha Stormborn. One of my characters is a where is he? He is a paladin, Loranov, and then there was I didn't find him. I know I have him somewhere. He was a blue Oni. There we go. He was a different class when I was playing him as a character. Now he's an NPC. Mm-hmm. But he was a blue Oni. Right now he's a blue Oni warlock paladin. And his armor class, while it's a 13, he can do things like Moonbeam at 5th level as a paladin along with Searing Smite.
Nice.
And then outside of that, it would have to be Von Tharn. Like my most actively broken character would have to be Von Tharn.
Cool.
I've got a question. What is everybody's favorite magical item, homebrew or otherwise?
I don't know. The immovable rod is pretty nice.
Which, funny enough, Von Tharn
is a very good.
It's a very good item. Yeah,
it is a good item.
It is, yeah.
Funny enough,
making a joke, but it's fine.
Funny enough, though, Von Tharn hasn't exactly used the immovable rod that she has.
I think you guys have two.
We have two
amongst you, right? Yeah,
yes, we do.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we only had one. Okay.
Honestly, favorite items so far are the freaking friendship crystal communicator things.
Yeah. That one is, I think, the most useful, but I think my favorite is the what the puck button.
Oh, I'm sure Maddie would be like, what about the button if she was here already?
Yeah, probably. Probably. Oh, God.
When it comes to pucks...
here's the thing. I'm kind of biased because a lot of them are mine. But
that's like, right.
I don't know. Like, I liked one of the first ones I came up with was the allow caster.
Yeah.
Which I came up with watching Jester just struggle through casting sending.
That was so good.
Or no, sorry. It was actually the specific time when Jester wanted to cast. Or wanted to give not the ability to cast sending, but that's not how it worked.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but what if it did, though? So that one was a good one. That was probably one of the first ones I came up with for this campaign. The Traveling Tavern is a good one.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
it
the
is.
Traveling
Love
Tavern.
it.
It is so good.
We love our good berry.
Okay, so Jake has asked a couple of other questions, by the way.
Sure,
So, any future plans to do any more Monster of the Week?
I don't know. Probably not. It depends because it depends on what you guys are feeling too. Because we've also gotten to this thing now where either I or Avonlea will run a game once a month, just for our own selves.
This is our we do our own home games now.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while, Avonlea streams hers on podcasts, right?
So I record them. I just haven't had the time to go through and edit out all of the pauses and the background shit to make it podcast worthy. Clean it up, basically
totally
do
fine.
cleanup shit. And I've been thinking about just posting them as raw anyway.
That reminds me of there was an actual podcast, a live play podcast that I was just starting recently too. But and I also run a game every once in a while for just so that these guys have a break. This campaign,
This bitch
especially
is fucking
DM.
evil. This bitch is fucking evil. They're both evil.
Hey, you guys! I haven't put you guys through all the shit that I put my actual group through, and they just finished first arc now. So now we're in the transitional period of them doing their little things before we start the official second arc of my campaign in Chronicles of Megalodonia.
Did I miss something? What's Ryan doing?
Don't worry about it.
No, it's fine.
Don't worry about it.
He's just gonna sink into the bushes in the background, like Homer Simpson.
What the fuck were you doing?
No, just you walk
I
back.
was fucking with my mic, but I don't have it clamped in because it doesn't spin if I do. So I just yanked it out of the thing, and then I just went.
Yeah. And he just gently put it
And then
back.
just put it back.
And I was the only
Fiddled
one.
with it, and then just sank into my seat like I was Homer Simpson in one.
Yes.
And I noticed that Liz noticed me, and so at that point I was just doing my best to make her corpse. It was fucking...
Dude.
See, I noticed you as well, sir, and you keep going, Emma, keep going. You can laugh about the slavery.
But yeah, no. In terms of Monster of the Week, we don't know. I also have to rework Willowbrook, just personally, because even though I've been planning it for a while, I never really had a chance to put players in it. And so once I put players in it, I'm like, wow, there's
It
still a lot
changes
gotta-
fucking everything. It changes fucking
It does.
everything.
Oh
It
my
does.
god, yeah.
Uh-huh.
You
When
could,
I
plan-
did that with Andora too.
Mm-hmm.
so-
It was okay, so here's what I've got. Oh, here's what it is.
yeah. That's how it was for me for Megalodonia.
Yeah.
And we're not even we haven't even covered all of the continent of Silvermorn. It's literally just one portion of the whole continent out of 4 continents.
Yeah, that actually reminds me. One of the original things I was going to do was Lord Marin was actually going to be holed up in what is that north country that's just above Grey Cap?
Oh my god.
The one that's separated by the mountains.
Yes. What is it? It's oh my god. Now it's
by
gonna
that
fuck me.
big V-shaped mountain range.
It's gonna bug me, I don't remember.
Look at the map!
My mouse disappeared on me. Oh no.
I don't remember.
Also,
but-
Jake had another question.
Sure.
Go for it while we
did-
look it up.
Mhm.
Also, did any of you watch the video about the D&D monster that's very similar to our favorite tentacle gooey boy?
I think I've heard
Really?
about
What?
I think I heard about it, but I don't remember if I watched. I haven't watched it, but I think I remember hearing about it.
Oh God, what is this? I need to hear this. What is it?
I have no idea, because I didn't watch it.
Real quick.
Oh,
it
Uh,
What is it
for-
from?
is. It's a YouTube video, I believe, is what Jake is saying. So,
Watch the video.
That country that you're talking about is Frosyon? Frosyon? Frosyon?
Frostian.
Frosyon. Okay.
Frostian. Frost Canyon.
Okay.
Frostian. Frostion.
It looks awesome. Just like a pure land of ice and snow, most likely.
Yeah, basically, it was the original. Like, it's gone through a few different fucking changes. One of them was it was just going to be like, it's not actually a canyon or even a landmass. It's basically just a bay with a bunch of islands in it. And those islands were going to be like kind of a frozen swamp type thing. And then like it would be connected kind of like that, but things changed and over time, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not really using this for the campaign anymore, so I'm just going to shelve it until I need it.
So what I'm finding so far, unless Jake already posted something about it in the chat, black puddings.
Oh, black pudding has been a thing. I've known about black pudding, but that's a very different thing than what Massey is.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
Because black puddings have been a thing for a long time.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything like recent, unless this was a recent thing.
He said it's in your Instagram messages, guys. I sent it to a few of you.
Oh, okay, thanks.
I don't have my phone on me.
Also, he asked everyone's favorite classes or subclasses, including homebrew.
Bard.
Oh.
Sorcerer.
Oh, no, sorry.
Wizard.
Favorite class or class we most identify with?
Oh, man.
He said favorite class.
That could be another question that we answer for each other.
Yeah.
Favorite class. See, my problem is I haven't played a lot of classes. I've played cleric, I've played rogue, paladin, druid, fighter, and I think that's it, actually.
Yeah, like, honestly, same, but probably bard.
Bard I've also played, and there's the fire dancer that I use for Shania.
I love Shania.
Shania is adorable.
Shania is the Vonthorn of Avonlea's campaign for us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Except she's just got a lot more fire than lightning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I also
Vonthorn
do
is
really
the blue.
love her class. She's a homebrew class that I found online.
Ooh, I've got a question for later.
But yeah, I guess for my favorite one, I'm partial. I'm starting to be a little bit more partial to paladin or like gunslinger, fighter gunslinger.
Mm-hmm.
Just because maybe now I'm starting to get bored with magic and I just want to be able to hit things. So,
Fair.
yeah.
No, for me, I've got my ranger, obviously my ranger rogue.
Obviously.
I've got
Cleric.
I've got my cleric. That was the next one I was going to say, and I've got my barbarian sorcerer.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't gotten to do anything with.
I know.
We still need to talk about that one.
I know.
We still have not done any combat in that game, have we?
Not yet.
I'm kind of upset about it. I love you, Avonlea, but I'm kind of upset about it because I want to actually do shit with my character.
You're about to. We just keep just missing each other schedule-wise for actually talking about your character. Second,
we need to talk about my character prior to the next session. It needs to happen.
And the other thing is that, like, we just need to all, like, come together, schedule out a good time for everyone to, like, come in and do a session, because now that first arc is done in my main campaign for Tales of the Beast King, everyone is starting to kind of do their own little side plot adventures and then form their own groups. So that way I have a couple smaller groups to work with to make storytelling and campaigning easier on myself, because my group originally started off with 7 whole fucking players.
I actually miss having a large group. a little bit.
Really?
'Cause I started
Yeah,
with groups.
You
really fucking
ran
big.
a fucking engine that basically requires 3 groups, like 3-member parties with 12 players.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
12.
Yeah, I did.
12. You.
Jesus.
That was
idiot.
not a great thing to do. I basically created a campaign where I was forced to split the party 4 ways. It was dumb.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was real dumb. And it was like my first time ever like GMing a game, and it was with my own custom homebrew engine where I was keeping track of like like basically 5 different sets of experience points per player because of the way I was doing experience at the time. And it was so bad.
Mm-hmm.
So bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recommend it, but I kind of do because I learned a lot from it. But yeah.
Yeah. Now with my main group actually starting to do their own things and breaking up into small groups, we're going to be looking at scheduling the transitional side plot adventures with everyone that is started their own little side plot thing to transition into second arc. And then throughout all that, I can also schedule out something with you guys as well.
But yeah, we gotta decide next week whether we're doing my campaign or we're doing her campaign. Because even though Jack can join us, it's not next week, it's the week after. Even though Jack can join us, and I would love to see her again, I also want to play with Blaze, and I'm sure Eddie would also love to be Alfwin again. So,
Yeah.
it really, we gotta figure that out. But
Alfwin is actually one of my favorites for this group in my campaign.
Oh, really? That makes me happy.
He's an awesome Goliath character, and it's like, I definitely need to have more Goliaths. Let's put in more Goliaths for me to play as in my world.
Okay.
Are we gonna read Jake's thing again?
We can. And then after that, I think, Ryan, you also had like a question that you thought of?
Yeah, but it was for between shit.
Okay.
Go ahead and read Jake's.
Okay, so Jake's next question is, then favorite monster in D&D, also favorite deity.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm gonna leave that question to the DMs. I don't know jack shit.
Well, here's
I
the
think
thing.
my favorite D&D deity so far is probably Puck.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and that's your homebrew deity, isn't he? Or is he?
Yeah, but he's essentially a copy paste from Gargoyles.
Fair enough. So one of my favorite deities that has been kind of prevalent in my main campaign for Tales of the Beast King has been Oladamaru, who is basically Puck. He is a deity of tricks and pranks and whatnot. However, the pranks that is most prevalent, they're harmless pranks or fun pranks, or they're crazy but they don't cause damage to anyone. And actually, let me just pull up.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because Puck isn't actually harmless. His is more about, like, pranks that cause karmic justice.
Yeah. I think Oladamaru has something.
Yes, because Pointy trying to assassinate the Baroness is karmic justice.
Which is how he ended up dying. And note, Puck was very much not approving of that course of action.
Fair.
So,
But he still had his powers regardless. But
there are certain rules that that the deities are even bound by.
yeah.
And then
Maybe figure them out.
So,
I would love
if
to,
we
actually.
if we ask Puck nicely, will he give us back the button?
Probably not.
No.
God damn it.
and then one
You could theoretically wish for it back.
I will say my favorite canon, like 5e deity is the Raven Queen. Big surprise. Not only because of when she was introduced with Critical Role and yeah, no, I know, right? But actually, like, I read more into her backstory, and like I just really like how like the transition she made to become a deity, and how even her magics and like the way that she gained her powers before turning into a deity is still kind of a mystery. But she just basically sort of started up as someone who served the previous deity of death, and it was like, pretty much, fuck you, I can do it better. And she did so. Very much so. She definitely did
So
it
that
better.
is just Liz. It's just Liz.
I mean,
That's what I'm hearing.
Shush! You're spoiling how her arc ends.
right? Fuck you, I can do it better.
I'm
Honestly, though-
sorely tempted to bring Esmeralda in that direction now.
Honestly, let's go, baby. I'll do it.
Y'all, I actually have a question for y'all.
Okay.
Biggest plot twist in the campaign so far.
Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, because some of them have been handled very poorly by me, and I'm... this is gonna be a cringy setup for me.
Okay.
I'm also torn between two monsters as my favorite. There's the Aramborax from Journeys Through the Citadel, one of the newest things. And then the Chimeric Horror. Some of you have seen that from...
Yeah, you've showed us this. Fuck you.
I guess for monster, I actually really did like those swarms that I threw at you guys last time that you're still going to be dealing with. At least for a bit. Swarm. You remember the swarms? The demonic swarm?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fuck.
Maybe this will help you. Pistol Flats is on fire. No?
Right,
Really?
right.
Oh my god.
I completely forgot.
How dare you?
Dude.
I haven't traumatized you enough yet, I guess.
That
For
wasn't
some reason, no.
traumatizing.
I think it's the other way around. You traumatized me so much I blocked it out because I still thought we were camping in the field.
No, baby, no.
Just having squirrel shooting contests with my character Carl.
Okay.
Yeah.
But biggest plot twist so far.
Well, not the biggest. Your favorite
Well,
plot
my
twist.
favorite plot twist.
Well, either or.
Tim.
Favorite / biggest, whichever one you want.
Tim.
Which one?
Tim.
Tim?
When it turned out to be
yeah.
Esmeralda's fiance.
Oh yeah,
Tim
that
turned
was
out to be Callum.
Callum.
Yeah.
Tim
that was
is-
a good one.
It was Callum.
That one I'm actually rather proud of because that was handled so much better than any of the other plot twists I had done up until that point. Oh my god.
Stop
Your
unfocusing.
camera does not like you. Holy shit.
I think it's because I have the
I think
duo
it's the lights.
Yeah.
Oh, lights might be it.
Because I have two RGBs going on right now.
Ah.
To give this wonderful effect that I have.
Well, it looks really nice until the camera goes.
I
No.
actually think it's not necessarily a plot twist per se, but one thing that I did like was coming out of the sewers from Westmarsh and then everything being on fire from the red dragon wormlings.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That's a plot
Oh.
twist. You weren't expecting it.
We definitely were not expecting it.
Ooh, the swarm of kobolds.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah?
a fun encounter.
Yeah.
That was a long ass encounter.
I
Right?
almost
That was way longer than
It
I
was-
expected it
oh
to be.
yeah, it was. Those are yeah. I think that one is probably my favorite. Actually, or the realization when we went to the Storm Giant City that that the magic was taken from them, or like
Oh,
like that
yeah.
whole thing. We're like, what?
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was
And
a
how
really
they
good one.
were keeping
Yeah.
it away, like keeping whatever was sealed down there. Like they had to like kill off their wolf companions. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
No!
yeah.
That was so
Ooh.
bad.
That was a really good one.
That was, yeah. Y'all want to know what my favorite one is?
But
Liam proposing to Eamon.
Oh my god, yes, I'm still thinking about
That was my
I'm-
favorite.
Esmeralda, she's waiting one more week. If one week passes and she hears no word from her brother or Liam, things are going to get messy.
right,
She needs to hear something from either one of those two.
right.
Oh, and actually, she also wants to ask Liam at some point if he properly asked her father beforehand. That, and if that conversation does not happen, woo-hoo.
But yeah, that one is
you'll have to
my
find
favorite.
out.
I know. Hopefully, in a week, one of them will tell me.
Oh God, that just
Hopefully,
made
we
me
don't know.
realize the whole that whole process of like asking the parental figure of the home and whatnot. That concept having to be put on Von Thorne's family.
Wait, what concept?
Okay, so I came to ask your father. Fuck, there's 3 of them.
Asking someone's dad for your significant other's hand in marriage.
There's like other like 4 moms.
I'm imagining Pippic doing that now.
He's got to talk to all 3 of them.
No. Here's how that would go. He would decide he wants to marry Von Tharn, and then he would immediately have the existential breakdown of realizing he doesn't know which father to ask.
No,
Okay, now you have to act that out.
And the
You
plot
have to
twist-
act that out now.
and
We'll
the plot
see.
twist for
Well,
that
well,
would
well,
be
we'll
it's
see.
not
No,
the
I mean like
dad's-
right now.
No.
For us.
No.
In the moment.
So and the
I
plot
want to
twist.
hear this.
Oh god.
I imagine that what would be also hilarious, the plot twist for that, it's not the dads, it's not the moms. No, you got to talk to all of them.
Yeah.
Sit down
It's
with all 6 of them.
No, wait, no. What about the whole family?
Yeah, that's what I thought she meant. The whole
Like
family.
siblings and all.
I'm just imagining Pippic sitting there on one side of a very long table, literally the entire rest of the
Sweat.
Meldons on the other side of the table, just sitting there like.
No, it's just a whole family meeting in the dining living area where they all had their first date.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was also very funny.
Oh
That
god.
was great.
Okay.
I've got one.
Mhm.
Well, there would be roast
yeah.
back.
Favorite homebrew house rule, either at in this game or any other.
Honestly, definitely the fate die.
Yeah.
At least for me.
That is a good one.
I really like the fate
Yeah.
die because like
Yeah.
it does give us the opportunity, because I don't know, maybe it's just I'm biased, but I'm very close with Esmeralda as a character. She's probably one of the best and one of my most favorite characters I've ever played. So to be able to sort of like maybe play in certain story beats slightly, it's not even in her favor, but like to guide her, to have that control to guide her story a little bit is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way I always envision them being used is when a story beat needs to happen, otherwise it kind of, like, it gets really kind of disappointing, and it's not really entertaining anymore. That's what fate points are for.
Yeah.
Also, nobody really likes having their character die, and having at least that one little thing that you did to... You tried, you did everything you could,
or
and
having their character...
that burn as an available too.
Yeah,
so like you have
that,
all the different ways that you can like try and negotiate this. Your character doesn't need to die pointlessly.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, having your character get one-shotted by a bear
Yeah.
That was
with
kind of
lightning abilities.
look.
Or if just hypothetically you die to sushi. And you're not even with
Look.
your fate die, you're not getting all your rolls. Burning that fate die to say, hey, I resist the poison of the sushi and it's no longer poisoning me.
Or not even
which was an
that.
option.
You could
It was.
You could
yeah,
also.
but
Yeah.
that wasn't funny.
No, it
No,
wasn't.
it
No.
It did not.
But if-
It did not provide. It would not have provided for as much of a good story as what we.
Oh
originally
yeah.
did.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
But I think my favorite is probably the unique skills.
Right.
We haven't gotten to that with our characters yet.
I've started developing some of them.
Maddie has. Maddie has the turning invisible while she swims.
That's not her unique
That's
skill.
not her unique
Really?
skill.
I thought it was.
No.
That's from her tattoo thing, right? Her white diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's-
she's had that. Unique
That's
skills
from
tend to
being
come
bound
what,
to
level
the
10?
Lear's Beacon. Anybody who's bound to Lear's Beacon will have that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what that means! I'm smart! It's fine. I'm sure y'all fucking made that connection way sooner.
Considering I've said it at least twice. But yeah, no, I've started figuring out what some of your guys' unique skills are going to be. I've taken suggestions from some of you, and I'm working them into something. I was originally going to do something for Avonlea, but then she mentioned that she wanted her unique skill to be something specific, which kind of worked with what I was going, but I had to change what it was. So,
okay, so I have a question about that. Do you only have one unique skill, or do you have multiple?
It wouldn't really be unique if you had multiple, would it?
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
No, you only get one unique skill. They start developing somewhere around level 10.
Okay.
And no, it's not Pipik Lepew, unless what is Pipik's last name?
Maybe
Doesn't have one.
Right, because
no surname.
oh,
So he will probably just take up your family surname, which will kind of be.
If those two got married, and it just basically depending on how things go.
Pipik Meldon.
Depending on how things go.
I ship that. That is one of my favorite ships, by the way.
Honestly, if
wholesome.
Pipik didn't come along, I would have started shipping Von Tharn with I think not Tim. What's his face from the
Theodore?
Wizard Tower?
Theodore.
Thomas, I think
Theodore.
it was.
Yes, Theodore.
That was it.
Yes, I would have.
Oh, the little nerdy
the nerdy, the nerdy one.
Yeah.
Oh, yes!
Fantasy
Yes,
Milo Thatch.
honestly.
And
Yes.
actually, Willow, I was kind of like digging the shapeshifter dude from Pipik's party with Willow, because you guys have such similar vibes.
Yeah.
I forget his name, but like I
Pipik
remember he was a
tried setting us
shapeshifter.
up.
Yeah, and I was like, well, that actually might be a
Hey.
little
Willow kind of was like, what?
yeah.
What? Are you hitting on me for him? What?
Yeah.
I'm
I thought
very
that was
confused.
funny.
I don't know what's going on. No. What?
I mean,
So she
after
kind of just like
You two had very
short-circuited.
similar vibes, and I'm like, I could see this kind of working.
Fair.
Pipik
I mean,
with
it's
you.
the least we could do after you so kindly chaperoned us on our first date.
Dude, that was hilarious. I was like, she's gonna do it, isn't she? She's gonna follow them.
That was so great.
Oh.
It's just
Esmeralda asked who was gonna follow them, and I just went, nope, me.
Well, I mean, like, but I didn't expect Pipik to take her out of
Neither
like, the
did
country.
I!
I just wanted you to make sure that, you know, she didn't die or like something terrible didn't or whatever. That's all I wanted.
Yeah. And then he fucking teleported them. I'm like, nope,
wanted her.
chaperone.
Oh, so funny.
We are not
surprise chaperone.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, the fucking reaction from Pipik and Von Tharn
So good.
when Willow kind of rushed them was like, that was great.
Oh, actually, but now that I'm thinking about it, I think out of all, I'm thinking back now to our more recent episode. I guess one of the biggest, like, not plot points or like well, we were talking about like story beats, like insignificant story beats. I really loved that moment with Mirren and Esmeralda in that dreams sort of like vision sequence.
Ooh, yes.
That was badass. I was kind of like hoping in my heart of hearts something like that would happen, but I
have
didn't.
a heart?
Nah, I mean, like it's a replacement. It's mechanical.
Okay, fair.
The empty void where my heart should be.
It's the heart she
Fair.
has for the week before she has to go feed on some other poor soul again.
Yeah.
Fair.
But anyway, I loved that. Especially.
Oh my god, yeah, that was fucking great. I thought it was gonna be Boss.
Yeah.
But nope.
It's kind
See,
of.
I was hoping to get to see Boss for the first
Yeah,
time.
that's what I was hoping.
We
But
kind
then
of saw.
that-
We kind of saw Boss in a way when like he came into our vision the first time, as like this huge, like tall, dark, emanating shadow, which brilliant. Might I add, that was awesome.
Oh.
But yeah, no, I think that's also was like that was such a cool moment so far.
That was fucking great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me. What other questions?
Do we actually want to take a break here?
Sure.
And then let
let's
everybody
do that.
else come up with more questions.
Yeah,
Sure,
it's top
okay.
of the hour, so like a 15-20 minute break.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back at, say, 20 after the hour at latest.
In theory, hopefully.
In theory, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
last
earlier.
Time, our break was kind of long. But yeah, come back with questions, come back with snacks, come back with whatever you want to come back with. Just don't
do your basic self-care.
Just don't call it a comeback.
Leave questions in the chat.
Yeah.
While we're on break, that way we can just like dive straight back into it.
Yeah, sure. And again, you don't have to. It doesn't have to be like campaign specific. If you want to ask more about like our character, or like how we came up with our characters, or like our own experiences playing TTRPGs, just questions.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Any questions?
Just throw
Ask everybody. Ask who everybody's first time was. Ask real personal fucked up shit,
dude. I mean, like
first time.
I'll answer.
Wait, first time for playing tabletop RPG.
Yes, sweetie. Yes, sweetie.
Yes,
absolutely.
You know what?
Yes, darling.
That's what we're asking.
Yes, darling.
What kind of
that's
first
definitely
time?
what I meant.
Yeah.
I did not mean your first time having sex at all.
Oh God. Well. Oh man.
If this stream wasn't monetized before, it sure as hell isn't now.
Absolutely not. Okay. We're
It's a good thing we're not partnered yet.
Oh man, it will happen one day.
Yeah, hopefully by the end of hopefully by halfway through next year. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yes.
Sometime in not April, in June.
At least by next summer.
By June, yeah, summer.
Yeah.
I want it like the halfway year point.
Yeah.
Anywho, and speaking of, right before we go to break, if you guys don't already know, or didn't watch from last episode, we're still trying to reach 100 subscribers before the end of the year. So anyone you can ask, like your mom, your brother, your sister, your ex, I don't know, your teachers, the neighbor, whoever.
Get your dog a YouTube account and have them subscribe.
Honestly.
Or if you know any celebrities that you're like super buddy with, and they've been like wanting to,
and then like have them share it on their Instagram, like please, that'd be great. I swear to God, if like this ends up like if this stream ends up being shared on like Will Smith's Instagram or something like that, I'm gonna die laughing.
Dude,
I'm gonna die laughing. It's gonna be like Ryan Reynolds on Twitter being like, "Hey, check out these guys. They're awesome."
They're awesome.
I'm gonna fucking die. I'm gonna fucking die. Fucking Ryan Gosling standing in front of a blown up version of our like fucking Twitter announcement poster.
That'd be amazing.
I mean, I am mutuals with Zach Ward on Twitter.
Anyway. Break time.
Yeah, break time.
Let's go to the lobby. Anyway.
And
all right.
And I'll answer Jack's question after we come back from break.
Yes.
1.
man.
I mean, like,
I
wow.
mean, we did ask for more questions.
We did. We asked for more questions. This
I mean,
true
thank you
fact.
for obliging.
I mean, woo, buddy. All right.
We all have to say at the same time what our favorite dinosaur is.
No.
Get to that.
I was just about to ask a question. How do you want to do this? I say
we go in order.
Yeah.
We'll start with. How about we do Ryan, then me, then Cass and Avonlea.
Real quick though, with Jack's question before we went on break, Jack asked, having heard it in a couple of contexts, was it your talking as a cat voice first or Von Tharn's? So with Von Tharn, I've had Von Tharn in two different versions. The version that y'all know and love her as here, and I had another version of Von Tharn in a different campaign. She was an arcane trickster rogue, and she did not look like a white tiger tabaxi, nor did she have any draconic features. She was actually modeled after my late cat, Princess. Yeah. And my previous cat, Princess, had a broken meow because her previous owner had declawed and devoiced her before I had gotten her and rescued her from the hoarder home that she was pretty much left in. And so I kind of took that inspiration for doing the voice of Von Tharn originally when I was playing her first iteration in my local campaign. And then when Ryan asked me to join this campaign and we were going through and figuring out characters and whatnot and creating this iteration's Von Tharn, I decided to continue with that voice for this iteration.
Okay. So now to everything else. Okay, so the first question, first time you played with someone else, ... in a video game.
I think that was at the YMCA for me.
I think for me it was just when I was a kid and playing a lot of Mario Kart with other people.
Yeah.
I think it was probably something similar. I don't think I could tell you exactly what game, though.
What about you, Cass?
I said same with Liz.
Mario Kart, yeah. First time you hit a natural 20. I don't actually recall the first time I hit a natural 20, which is kind of sad.
You think you'd remember something like that?
Yeah.
I know mine is on stream somewhere. Because I've basically only ever been playing D&D on stream.
Fair enough.
Because I started off with the Department of Adventures a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then I left because I was moving. And I didn't know what schedule was going to be like and everything. So it's somewhere
there
on. Yeah,
it's somewhere
there.
online.
Yeah,
it's somewhere online.
Yeah, I also couldn't tell you. Like, that one's
so
I was
ago.
I think it was probably playing a Evangelion TTRPG.
Nice.
Which I have a story about for another time, but like that was yeah.
It was probably, for me, I was probably playing my first character, which was Pathfinder. I was playing a druid. That was fun. It was really lazy character design and character making. I was just like, I have no memory of what happened in my backstory. I just have a journal with my name and some other information, and that's it. And I'm a druid. Okay, but here I go. And then I just, basically, that's what I did. Okay, but alright, yeah, I don't think any of us recall Nat 20s. Favorite video game? Woo, that's tough.
That is a tough one.
I keep going like around in these circles with my favorite video games. Kingdom Hearts is a big one for me. I love the Uncharted series. Pokemon is one I will always come back to. You know, like it's Spyro was an early favorite for me. There's a bunch of them that I just kind of go around in these circles.
What about you, Cass?
Ratchet and Clank is another big one.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's either Slime Rancher or Minecraft.
Oh my god!
Which are basically the only two games you play.
Yeah,
I've been getting so into Slime Rancher again. I missed it so much. I've just been playing like little bits of half an hour here and there.
That's fair. I got burnt out on it because we were playing like every day after we bought it.
Same.
So,
I actually started recording a Let's Play series for it, and I have not finished that Let's Play.
and we haven't finished editing the first few videos.
Dude.
Yeah, so...
I gotta check it out. What about you,
So my favorite video game growing up was actually Super Smash Brothers. And growing up, I was a Yoshi main. As an adult now, I'm a Kirby main. My boyfriend
That makes so much sense for you.
Yeah.
and my boyfriend hates it when I play Kirby because I kick his ass for so long. I like it, and not always do I win either. It's just the fact that I don't play to his expectations or to his brother's expectations or according to those two, anyone's expectations. It's like I just play Kirby the way I want to play Kirby.
Yeah.
Because he's easiest for me to control, and he's like his play style is the best that I like, and most similar to how I played Yoshi as a kid. and also, mind you, back when I was growing up in the YMCA and going to the YMCA, I was also a competitive gamer.
Oh,
and
did not know this about you.
Yep, and my go-to were racing games such as Super Mario Kart or Snowboard Kids 2. And I've gotten a lot better with Super Mario Kart because I haven't exactly had access to Snowboard Kids.
Mm-hmm.
But I won my last tournament on that game. That being said, on Super Mario Kart, if Blaze is still in the chat, we need to have another match sometime.
Ooh,
at some point, because I believe in Blaze's groups of friends and whatnot in her hometown. She's top dog. We go back to back.
Oh.
And a lot of the time I'm also so there's like a period of time where I'm just kicking her ass row after row after row, and then there's periods of time where she's just kicking my ass, but we just go back and forth with each other. That's how evenly matched we are.
Damn.
All right.
The other video game I really like is Styx Shards of Darkness.
Ooh.
And that is, I haven't exactly played it for a little bit now, but it is my favorite de-stressor game.
Fair.
Was that vampire game?
No, that would be
okay.
V Rising.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay.
yeah, well, there's V Rising, which is vampire survival, where you're just like building up your land and like taking over the world. And then there's also Vampire the Masquerade, the visual novel stories.
All right.
Yeah, but with Styx Shards of Darkness, you basically play as a rogue goblin. And you can either just steal everything from everybody and figure out creative ways to do that without getting caught, or you could do that and then figure out creative ways of killing everybody without getting caught.
Nice.
I do the latter.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like being murdered with goblin.
Nice. Actually, I think I love the God of War series because even though I haven't played them myself, I've watched them through Let's Plays, and I absolutely love them. And
Why does that not surprise me?
Which, hey,
honestly though,
it's not Vampire the Masquerade. At least that would definitely not surprise anyone.
Oh no, not at all.
100%.
That's TTRPG. That's not a video game.
Well, it's also a visual novel, like video game version.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mostly computer game. You can get the games on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there might be some other gaming site that you can get one of the other Vampire the Masquerade games on.
Actually, you just unlocked a memory for me. One of my first introductions to Vampire the Masquerade was, I don't know if anyone remembers Little Karibo. A while ago, he did the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge series. He played Vampire the Masquerade as Merrick. It was so good. I binged the series.
I
I'm
need
just
to
gonna
watch
vibe
that.
here because I don't know what the fuck any
my
of this
God.
means.
So Little Karibo is a YouTube voice actor who did an abridged series of
like-
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah.
He
All
basically started the whole abridging trend.
Yeah,
Yes.
All right, then.
I'm actually surprised I have another friend who knows who Little Karibo is.
Dude, I grew up on Little Karibo. I loved Little Karibo.
The first friend I had that knew of Little Karibo
Oh.
is a friend of mine for almost 20 years now. Holy fuck! And he's also
Nice.
yeah. It's my friend Chris. So yeah.
If I wasn't Morticia this Halloween, I was going to do a sexy Little Karibo for Halloween. Dude.
Yes.
It's my dream. One day, maybe. Okay, so next question.
What is your favorite sandwich?
Favorite sandwich. That's tough.
Philly.
Ooh.
Philly with no onions or peppers, personally.
Oh, okay.
I
I don't
have
like onions
two.
or peppers.
Mm-hmm.
You weirdo.
I will eat your unwanted peppers and onions.
Good.
Okay.
I have two.
Yeah.
One from Subway and one from Firehouse.
Mm-hmm.
They're both turkey. The one from Subway is a footlong Italian with turkey, no cheese, no toasted, extra tomatoes with cucumbers, and a fuck ton of pickles with oil and vinegar.
Nice.
That's my favorite. And then at Firehouse, it's a turkey with no mustard and no cheese with cucumbers and pickles on it.
For me, my go-to is typically spicy Italian. Footlong spicy Italian.
That is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Spicy Italian footlong.
Yep. Look, I've made the joke with a friend of mine for years, ever since undergrad, and but it still will not change.
What was Eddie's ethnicity again?
Is he Italian?
No, he's Mexican.
Okay.
Ah.
I was gonna fucking laugh.
Favorite pizza? I don't mind.
My favorite sandwich is one of them is at least the turkey and brie baguette sandwich. Basically, it's just a baguette with turkey and brie cheese, and then you toast it, and it melts the brie cheese, and it's like, oh. But brie is one of my favorite cheeses, so.
Nice.
You can have it all.
Now, if they were to put avocado in it, that make it so much better.
Mm-hmm. Favorite pizza?
Ooh.
Changes all the time. I'll go back and forth between a meat lovers and a Hawaiian. Sometimes I just want a plain cheese pizza.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm weird. If I have to have like a generic one that's already been created that everybody does, it'll be a Hawaiian. But if I can create my own, it'll be a pizza with light cheese and extra sauce with extra pineapple, extra tomatoes, and sausage.
Nice. That sounds good. For creating my own pizza, Liz, you probably will be familiar with this one because this was the pizza that I had in Indiana.
Yeah.
With like all the little personal pizzas.
Yes.
Barbecue sauce in place of tomato sauce,
Mm-hmm.
and then I believe it was the mozzarella cheese that we used, and chicken, spinach, mushroom, pineapple. And if we were able to do it, I would have loved it as a stuffed crust. That being said, I'm more of a flat crust type of girl because I'm not a huge fan of a lot of bread unless it's like done with like a gluten-free bread because I'm gluten sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I just can't stand eating my pizza off a cracker.
I mean, yeah, it does taste like that pretty much.
Kind of, yes.
I like thin crust.
Yeah. See, I
Usually.
I do like if it's with like a normal crust, I don't want to feel like I'm eating just bread. I like my bread. I like if it's a normal crusted pizza, I want it seasoned.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like Domino's seasoned crust pizzas.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
For mine, typical is what I always love. Margarita. But if I can have it, but if I can have it custom, I add pepperoni on it.
I prefer just the plain margarita, but yeah,
I love margarita.
that's good.
Okay, favorite soda.
Ooh.
I can't show it on stream, but it's Pepsi.
If I have to pick a soda, like if I have to drink a soda, it's root beer. I don't usually drink soda though.
Me
And
neither.
it's Barks root beer. Fuck A&W and fuck Mug. It's Barks.
Barks is pretty much the best one anyway.
Marks has bite.
Like, I'm okay with Mug, but A&W, it's so soft. Why is it so soft?
Soft?
Yeah, that's
I
the
don't know.
taste. It's soft.
I hate that I know exactly what you mean.
I know exactly what you're talking about too.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, I don't imagine describing soda as soft.
I mean, because of
Only soda I will describe as soft is A&W root beer. Only one.
I hate that I understand that perfectly.
What about you? What about you, Avonlea?
So growing up, I loved root beer, and like Cass, it was Barks. Unfortunately, as I've gotten older, I've grown a little bit of a sensitivity towards dark sodas, like my dad, which fuck you, genetics. But when it comes to lighter sodas, I have had favorites with 7-Up and more recently Mountain Dew's green apple flavor.
Ooh.
The raging apple or screaming apple.
They have an apple flavor?
Yeah, they got a green apple flavor with Mountain Dew, and it tastes exactly like those lollipops that are meant to imitate those caramel apples. Yeah, it's like that in liquid form.
Oh, I've gotta try this. Babe,
Oh gosh.
I need to try this.
Favorite soda for me is definitely. I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this. I love Coke Zero. Oh my god, I bring this up all the time, and Eddie's like, "How dare you? Diet sodas taste disgusting." And I'm like, "Oh, look,
It's not diet though.
it's not
like-
even diet. Yeah, it's just zero sugar or whatever. It's not actually zero sugar.
It's
but
not.
No,
it's
not.
a different kind of sugar.
Yeah, it's a different. Yeah, I know that, but it's just
As long as it's not aspartame, that's fine.
okay. So how about we bang these next few out very quickly, and we can get to actually Blaze's Blaze's question.
Yes, Blaze's character.
Okay, next favorite ice cream, pastry, and fragrance.
Ooh.
Chocolate,
Ice
I
cream.
guess.
You're so basic, Ryan.
Yeah, well, I'm white.
Okay. Well, no. I'm more basic
Oh.
than he is.
Are you
What?
more vanilla girl?
Well, it depends on what kind of ice cream I'm getting. Because if it's just regular ice cream, like the normal kind, like at Cold Stone, like that kind of ice cream,
It's vanilla.
Yes. Shut up. Shut up. If it's Dippin' Dots, it's cookie dough.
Let's put it this way. She makes me look spicy.
Although I do like cookie dough ice cream regular too. But and then if it's rolled ice cream, I prefer vanilla with Nutella
I've never
or
had
just
rolled.
Nutella, and it's so good.
Never had rolled in my life.
Oh,
I love
gotta
it.
do it.
I love rolled ice cream.
Alright.
For me, specifically, Huckleberry cheesecake ice cream.
Ooh, interesting.
It was a limited edition ice cream when Private Selection was doing their contest, and the winner was actually local to where I lived, because that local contestant had put in for Huckleberry cheesecake ice cream, and for a limited time.
Because huckleberries are big over there.
And
Yeah.
I think it was only within the last 10 years that someone figured out how to actually kind of farm them. Although wild huckleberry is best huckleberry. Other than that, anything with like chocolate and fruit mixed together, or gelato.
Y'all know why there's no grape ice cream, right?
No, and I don't need that information.
It's because it kills puppies.
Yeah, I bet.
Actually, yeah.
Because puppies
So,
get into the ice cream.
one of the guys who founded Ben and Jerry's decided he asked a girl that he was seeing what kind of ice cream she wanted him to make. She said grape because grapes can't be frozen because they just can't. I don't remember exactly what it is that
It's hard to make
The
ice cream
grapes.
out of grapes because the grape itself doesn't interact with the cream in the right way.
Yeah,
well,
but you
plus
can
the
freeze
grape
grapes.
juice, because grape juice gets turned into wine. Grape juice can't freeze, I think.
No,
That's not how that
Alcohol.
works.
no.
Okay, well.
You can freeze grapes and have them as a cold snack.
Mhm.
It's alcohol that cannot freeze.
Yeah, I'm not sure where you got that information, but yeah.
But yeah, so
Um,
he made the grape ice cream out of the grape skins, and then she gave it to her dog, and her dog died
Because grapes are
because grapes are
poison to
toxic to dogs.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why there's no grape ice cream.
Okay. Just to continue.
Yeah.
Mine. It was either tres leches or midnight cookies and cream from Haagen-Dazs.
Oh, yes.
Favorite pastry. A ham and cheese croissant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mine would have to either be an apple turnover or a chocolate croissant.
Nice.
Cheese Danish and what is it? Bavarian cream filled donut.
Nice.
Can I just go with all of the above?
Yeah.
Chocolate. Yes.
I mean, basically you can, yes. I have all of them in my pouch right here. You want some?
Yes, please.
I love Shania.
Yeah, I also told Avonlea, a tiny little side note, I told Avonlea, I'm like, Shania just has this endless bag of pastries, and there is no negotiation about this.
That is one of her magical items.
That's just, yeah, absolutely, 100%. She just has a magical bag of pastries.
Please have that be like a magical item she just has.
It is.
A bag of endless pastries.
Yes.
Bag of endless. Yeah. Yeah.
Favorite,
Jester would have loved that.
I know, right? Favorite fragrance?
Anything earthy and vanilla. I also like fragrances that make me think of a warm fireplace.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite perfume from Bath and Body Works is Beautiful Day. So there's that one. But like typically anything like apple, usually,
Okay, nice.
I love so much.
For me, I think it's probably fresh cut grass. Like it must.
Oh, it's not pussy?
No, it's not.
Oh God.
No.
I was gonna make the joke. I was gonna come in and say, well, it's not fresh cut grass, but it's one of his friends.
Cass came first to it.
Yep.
But I actually really do love the
She
smell
usually
of cut
does.
grass. But dish.
I don't. Thank you very much. Nice try.
Woo!
Anyway. Anyway.
Okay.
Favorite rubber-based object.
Tires. Well, no, that's okay. Never mind. I was thinking of something else, but I was like, that's silicone. There it is.
We were on the same day.
Yeah. I was like, it's not rubber, it's silicone, technically, so I can't really call it that. Heavenly. Oh god. I mean, yeah, rubber is tires is all I can think of.
Tire swings.
Tire swings, yes.
Yes.
Oh god.
Favorite position to sleep in?
On my side.
On bottom.
Stomach.
God damn it, babe.
Oh my god. audio processing. I just got what you said. God damn it. Cheesiest pickup line you've ever heard from Blazewing, actually. Cheesiest pickup line that you've ever heard.
I don't remember.
I think this is just going to be This is really going to turn into what is the cheesiest pickup line you can think of right now.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know because people don't usually use pickup lines on me.
Yeah, same.
But it doesn't have to be one that's been used on you. That wasn't part of the question. It's just one that you've heard.
Oh.
And you listen to a lot of what are their names? Kendra and
oh yeah, that's right.
Like their entire content list is just nothing but.
I don't remember a lot of them though.
I think one of the ones that they used recently was, I think it was, my socks are having a party. Do your pants want to come down?
Yes.
Hey, how much is that top? Oh, 50% off. Be great if it was 100% off.
But then it would be free.
Yeah.
They can't just give it away.
There was actually one time I almost did a super cheesy pickup line, but that's a story for another time.
Mm-hmm. I think, how about for now?
I think that's a great story for now.
Yeah.
We have a lot of questions to go through.
Yeah.
Fair.
Actually,
Thanks, Jake.
I'm actually going to skip some of these. Favorite non-anime adult cartoon, and no, I don't mean explicit.
Felix the cat. Oh no, wait, you said not explicit.
Yeah. Non-anime adult cartoon. Non-anime. Interesting. Actually, Over the Garden Wall is one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a
Legend of Vox
adult
Machina.
cartoon?
We missed favorite dinosaur.
I mean, it's not technically adult, but like it definitely has some adult themes.
My favorite dinosaur is Velociraptor.
Okay.
Well, that was one of the questions I skipped.
What was that one?
Non-anime adult cartoon.
I don't think I have any. I'm not really big on Western adult animation.
So I really.
Oh wait, but didn't you guys watch? I think it's Invincible.
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet. No.
I have. It's really good.
I guess if I had to pick, probably Legends of Vox Machina.
Yeah, that's what
It's
I was
the only one that, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like The Simpsons. I don't like Family Guy. I was okay with Futurama, but like,
Yeah, I get it.
There's this other cartoon called Primal. There's no lines in it. It's just music and visual. But it was the storytelling just with the visual on its own. It's set in prehistoric time with cavemen and dinosaurs and whatnot. And there is this caveman who loses his family.
Oh.
And and then he comes across this mother T-Rex who basically loses her family to the same dinosaur that.
Are they gonna get together?
They basically become traveling companions.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but there's no lines or anything of the sort because language isn't a thing in that time frame.
Mm-hmm.
But the adventures they go on and how the stories are told in each episode is yes.
Nice.
I love it. I love it so much.
Does anyone else have another answer before I go to the next question?
I think Avonlea wanted the favorite dinosaur question.
Jack says, Maddie and I have the same headcanon surrounding Puck's often changing accent. Are we alone?
It's just canon. It's not even headcanon. It's just canon.
That is
exactly what's happening.
Just make it easier on yourself, make it canon.
As the dungeon master, I have that ability, and if I can just cover for my own incompetence by making it canon, I'm gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
There are a lot of questions here. I'm trying to pick some interesting ones. Oh god, Jake, is pollen powdered plant semen? I don't. It may be. I thought it was. I don't know.
Kind of.
It kind of is.
Okay, but I don't want to think about that.
Yeah,
so
I don't want to think about it either.
What,
No,
you don't want to think about plant sex?
No, not really.
Not at this moment.
Not at this moment. That implies
Not
there is
at
a
all.
later moment where you do want to think about it.
Well, yeah, no, that's why I phrased it that way.
I love you, Liz.
Glad someone
So that's
does.
what she gets off to.
Yeah, totally, 100%. Yep,
I knew it.
yep, totally.
So do you just picture
Slowly,
Eddie
just
as a plant?
Slowly just
No.
putting a list of your kinks together.
Yeah,
Eventually
totally.
I'll get them all. Oh, that's so wrong.
That's, ugh.
I feel gross for just saying
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Look at what you did, Ryan. It's all your fault.
Favorite
Most
kind-
things are, let's be honest.
Favorite kind of potato? All potatoes are good potatoes unless they're rotten potatoes, then they're bad potatoes.
But then they're just more potatoes.
Yeah.
Because you
then
can plant them and make more potatoes.
They're just bad to eat. If
Yeah.
they're rotten. Good for planting.
Russet potatoes are my favorite.
Idaho.
Hey.
I mean, you shouldn't really. I mean, like that. Whatever you want to be is up to you. But like, we were talking about potatoes.
No, I'm not a hoe. I'm a slut. That's different.
I mean, I'm
Okay.
a whore. I don't know about you.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just gonna keep my
I
comments
saw
to
that
myself.
Ooh, yeah. I gotta put it in the pocket and not take it out ever again.
I remember those endeavors. Oh, the stories I could tell.
Oh, jeez.
I'm done.
Let's see.
Personally, I like yams.
You like what?
Yams.
Oh,
Oh,
You like
wait,
the
I should have
yams?
said sweet potato. I'm dumb.
that's good.
I
hate
love
those
sweet
so
potatoes.
much.
Sweet potatoes
You
rock
can
my
have
world.
all of them.
I
Okay.
will.
We'll make sweet potato pies and yeah.
I know. I like what I do is I like bake them, chop them up, put them in a pan with olive oil and taco seasoning.
Bake them, fry them, put them in a stew.
Yes. Oh God, I love sweet potatoes. I think that's most of the questions that aren't very just like baseline, I suppose. Like, favorite type of screw.
Yeah, basic.
I don't know about screws. Favorite retro video game system.
Probably
Ooh.
N64.
Sega Genesis. But I grew up
Y'all
with
are gonna hate me for this. The Wii.
Nope.
Nope, we're done.
Bye.
That's it. TPK is over. I'm ending it. We're deleting the channel.
It's
No.
not retro yet.
It's all Cass's fault.
Retro. I can't believe you call that retro.
How is that retro?
How dare you?
It hasn't even hit 20 years old yet.
Jeez. Okay. Well, I think we got through most of them, actually, still.
That's like the majority of them is.
Yeah.
Is it?
Do we have any questions about each other or about our characters?
What was the inspiration for your guys' characters?
Oh.
Which
like
one?
what's
I'm all of them.
Okay, then after this one, I'll have a question for you specifically, Ryan.
Okay.
Hey guys, really quick. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. The Nintendo Wii is now 15 years old, meaning it is officially a retro console.
Oh, boo you! Boo you!
There's actually a criteria it has to meet.
No. No. No, Ryan.
It was nice
See what
knowing
you
y'all.
did? You made the DM leave. Well, I'm DMing the next campaign, guys. Hi.
You made one DM leave, another have an existential crisis, and
I'm still here. Oh, there he is.
Ryan,
No. We could get demonetized for that, even though we're not monetized in the first place. We could get flagged. How dare you?
So you're welcome.
No, I never wanted this.
I love
No.
y'all.
What question were you going to ask, Avonlea?
Yeah.
What was the inspiration for your guys' characters?
I know mine.
You
off
go.
the top of my head.
You go first, then.
So one of my favorite book series is the Ranger's Apprentice book series, and the main character in that series is wouldn't you guess, a Ranger's Apprentice, and his name is Will.
Mm-hmm.
So in looks, she is a gender-bent version of Will. And Willow.
I get it now.
Yeah. He was an orphan. Their backstories differ. And the training for a Ranger's Apprentice in Erelon versus Ereluen, which is the Ranger's Apprentice kingdom that Erelon is based off of, because
Very loosely.
Yeah, very loosely.
Mm-hmm.
It varies as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yes, there are things that are different. I didn't just straight rip off the entire Ranger's Apprentice thing. I just basically ripped off the name and the looks.
Yeah.
Which is not happening for the next couple characters.
Although the King's Ranger subclass was built as a kind of homage to those books.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Because my husband loves me very much. So.
Vondar, you go next, because my answer is very long.
So technically, I already answered this in
yeah.
a previous question for the inspiration of Vonthard. I will add two for this iteration of Vonthard. When Ryan and I were going over creating the kind of character that I would have, originally I was going to bring in one of my other characters, Akasha Stormborn, my Dragonborn sorceress. But in talking about it further, we figured it would probably be best to change things up a little bit. So I just went with translating my Vonthorn character into what we have now. And then I realized, I can effectively fully develop one of my original characters from high school when I first joined the furry community. Hi, I'm a furry and scaly. So, yeah.
Esmeralda, basically, she's like I basically took a little bit of Talison's Campaign 1 character for Critical Role, Percy, some of Vexalia, and some of Vax. And sort of mix them all in my own way. I think I definitely wanted her to have a similar backstory to Percy, just because I absolutely love what Taliesin did with, not only Taliesin, but Taliesin and Matt did with Percy, in that even after tragedy, he was not really expected to be put in a certain position of power. Mm-hmm. And he's kind of not the kind of person to maybe be in a position of power in the first place, just because of all the angst and the hurt that he has. A lot of people are redacted by that in a sense, but then he's found a way to really take up and take charge, and I absolutely love that about his character arc. I love the stuff with death and undead and again with the Raven Queen and whatnot. I had
no idea.
Yeah, I know, right? If you can tell.
It's so subtle about it.
I know, right?
Know.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, who would have guessed?
Yeah, no, who would have thought?
Especially with the way you dress. Oh my gosh.
I know, it's just so weird.
Yeah. Such a surprise.
Yeah, oh man. But yeah, no, I definitely loved Vax's arc and how he basically petitioned the Raven Queen, and I also included Vex as like little flecks of personality. Because even though like Esmeralda like is quite angsty and like angry in herself, she also still has that like air of confidence and ego-centric that Vex can sometimes have, or it definitely does have later on in the first campaign, especially after she got her title. Spoilers. But yeah, so
Spoilers!
Spoilers. But little bits here and there of like those three main characters from campaign 1, and then eventually came Esmeralda. Oh gosh, that's weird. Jack says I would love to hear Liz's Ordelia.
Ooh, yeah.
And well, does Ordelia have like an accent herself? Not like Esmeralda, or does she? I can't recall.
That's a good question. If anything, I'd say it's probably because she's basically my version of Strahd.
Yeah.
Only not a fucking incel.
Yeah.
Like,
part of me imagined she would sound a little bit like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little bit of a smoky voice, a little bit of a probably a Romanian accent thrown in there, just very light, just enough so that you know it's there, but it only just but it's mostly covered by that smoky central.
Yeah.
Sultry.
I really want to hear Liz do this now.
I'm trying to think of something that she said that also I just found really disturbing. Oh man. I'm so proud of you, my son, for finally reaching out to your mother for help. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. It was just, like, disgusting. Yeah, there you go. There's my Ordelia, in a sense. I'd probably have to workshop it. But I could also not do that because I'm not playing Ordelia.
I mean,
Fair.
that was actually an idea. It was actually, so that actually kind of reminded me, at one point just before Halloween, I had thought about, what if we just, like, cosplayed as our favorite NPCs from this campaign?
Oh, yeah.
And then yeah, you all cosplay as your favorite NPCs. I just cosplay as one of you.
Yeah, basically. And it would just be like a name pulled from the hat, which one you had to... I
would just go with Willow because we have it on hand.
Yeah.
My shit doesn't fit you.
Exactly.
No.
Oh man.
Oh god.
Okay, I guess I do have a question for you, Cass, in a sense. Is Willow actually curious about learning who her birth parents are?
That's a tough question because, like, yeah, she's curious, but at the same time, she's found a family.
Mm-hmm.
So she's not as curious as she used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. But at the same time, that's still something that, like, nags at her.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
I hate you, Liz. God damn it.
Well, no, it's something that I've been really curious about myself. I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, like,
yeah.
Some of the times, I know in my heart of heart, Willow's like, no, I have my dad and I have my sister and I have my family.
Yeah. And I have these other fucks who make sure I don't die.
Yeah.
And apparently I have a second family now with the Meldons? What?
Yeah. You've been adopted.
That was weird too.
Look, the pie sealed the deal.
It's a magically binding contract, actually.
Yeah. Once you eat it, that's it.
Adoption
that would
pie.
be so fucked up. Imagine, like, a bard that actually specializes in making pastries. And, like, that's...
Oh, God.
He just so happens to be a tiefling bard that specializes in deal making.
Okay, but now I'm actually thinking about a bard whose form of like magical expression is baking.
Yes, that's totally a thing.
So like now I'm picturing like bardic inspiration. He just throws you a fucking tart, and you eat it, and you get an inspiration die.
Dude, that'd be
Oh
so
my
sick.
god, this is gonna be Avonlea.
Ryan, why you call me out like this? Because I'm a baking witch in my home. I do the pastries. I do the pie making. I do
no, but this gets even weirder because imagine the vicious mockery. He just like pulls out a slingshot and like fires a homemade lemon head into your mouth.
Yes. It is a sour lemon head. It's a sour lemon head.
Mm-hmm. I was actually thinking for one of the Halloween episodes that we actually cosplayed as our backup characters.
Oh, no.
But not tell anybody.
Yes.
Anything about them.
Yes,
oh my god, that would be hilarious.
That's what I was thinking
hey,
about
this
doing.
is what my next character is going to look like. Now you get to sit and deal.
Yes, exactly. 100%.
I can't do that.
Why?
I don't have the shit for it.
No.
Also, you don't have the fucking self-control to not spout all the details.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely not. Because y'all would ask me one question, I'd tell everything about them. And I'm like, no, I'm trying not to do that for either of them.
Mm-hmm.
So while I know, Ryan, that you gave me the link and I already have like in progress a backup character thing, I haven't really touched it, and you just reminded me that I should probably work on that, and that's just making me think, maybe I should ask him about a couple things before I do something like that, because technically I do have the outfit for what could potentially be a backup character, but it's the specs that I'm concerned with, especially as to what race I would play as.
All of them.
I was just gonna take up. I was just gonna take up and flavor an old TikTok OC that I had.
Is it the one with the white hair?
No.
Ah, damn.
Although that was fun. I love.
I fucking loved her.
She was great. I think it was Gilatea.
Yeah.
And we just called her Jill. And it was just like her and oh my god, Robin, yeah, they had like a weird brother-sister relationship.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny. It was a very chaotic.
I'm so sad that never went anywhere.
Like, you're dumbass when it came to Marion.
Yeah. It's just like, you're just so fucking
It was
dumb.
me, by the way.
Yes.
I loved that so much.
So good. But yeah, no, it wasn't.
I want
to do that again. Like, I want to continue that fucking thing.
It was very good.
It was an old like schizotech Robin Hood type thing.
Oh, was that from a Sunderland?
No.
Oh, it was a tag I started myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was basically schizotech Robin Hood.
Can we like re-up that tag, please? That'd be fucking great. I would love that.
Once I'm out of grad school, maybe.
Maybe.
Because that's also
I
another
still
reason
got
why
all the stuff for it.
That's also another reason why I haven't been doing pretty much any TikTok anything, among other reasons. But
yeah, it was basically like modern fashion, but still medieval like weaponry and politics.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the whole idea behind it. It was Robin Hood, but told with like modern fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the way that we had Marion set up was she was kind of more on the adventurous side, but her parents and her family fucking hated that, and they would try to force her to, act like a proper fucking lady.
Fuck off.
Yeah, basically, that's kind of what she felt. So.
Oh man.
And it was. I loved it so much.
That was a fun tag. That was so fun. But no, it is not Gilatea. But yeah, no, just coming back as our backup characters would be so funny. Be like, what the hell is that? What are you? Oh gosh, that would be so funny.
Or if we just came in as our characters for Liz's campaign.
Oh, that would.
I still don't have the shit for it.
I don't have
just. Oh God, you think you don't have this for it? I'm a fucking robot.
I would have to either make or get myself a curly, short-haired orange wig with an orange mustache, and then all the pieces to pretty much not necessarily basically hipster Peter Pan as an adult.
I love it.
But it like the look is almost the clothing. Hipster Peter Pan meets what's his name from TikTok? That really
There's so many people
Snickle?
TikTok on.
I mean, Snickle for personality is mixed with that. I'm talking about the dude who can do a Ryan Reynolds impersonation. But
That
he's
narrows
got
it down.
Yeah.
I haven't watched TikTok in forever.
Is it the guy who was just just posted that video where he was on America's Got Talent?
Huh?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know either. I'm trying to think of other like campaign or character questions.
Did y'all know that Nicholas Hamilton, the guy who does all of the drink videos and the We're Respectful in This House and I've Got Glasses On, is in the movie It?
Which one?
The 2017 one.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he is the bully.
Oh,
Henry, I think. I don't remember his
shit.
last name. Yeah, and he can fucking sing too.
Damn.
Like, okay, cool. And he's gay. I'm low-key upset about that, but it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything is okay. Happy hands if you believe.
Actually, I don't.
This person now.
I think that's worse than just not doing it. Just like, oh, nah.
I'm trying to think of more like story or campaign or character questions.
Oh, Avonlea, you had one specifically for Ryan, right?
Yes. What inspired you to actually get started in developing Erelon in the entirety of your world?
Andora or Erelon specifically?
The world of Andora and creating your this campaign. What inspired you to do this campaign?
Well, I touched on it earlier. Like, I was watching campaign 1 of Critical Role. I saw what Matt had done with Exandria. I'm like, that sounds dope. I'm a writer. I want to make my own world. I want to let's explore this D&D thing. Again, like, there were certain things that I thought like were more integral to D&D than they were. Things like the Divine Gate. I didn't know that was just something Matt made up to explain why the gods weren't around 24/7.
Yeah.
So I put that in mind too.
Okay.
I thought that was just part of the setting for D&D games. But like also it makes sense because I don't want gods just being able to show up randomly at full power.
Yeah.
I mean, Puck can show up, but he has nowhere near the power that he does as like if he in his own plane of existence.
Jesus.
Yeah, like it's not even close. He basically can just show up and fuck with people. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but he basically is really only able to eavesdrop and teleport around. Like, he's never really done a whole lot else.
Yeah.
Unless it's been specifically at the behest of one of his magical items.
Of course, there was that little exchange with Von Tharn that one time.
But, like, even that was just, like, catty banter back and forth.
Yeah.
But, like, for the world...
Yes.
But for the world, like, it was... I wanted to try it myself. So I started coming up with, my own ideas. Like, I said to myself, okay, I know that I don't have to create a world from scratch. I know that there are, campaign guides and stuff like that out there, but I want to because that's fun for me. I like world building. So I told myself, okay, well, I'm going to do my own custom series of Pantheon, my own custom series of gods. I'm not going to touch any of the, quote unquote canon gods. Those can be off in their own universe wherever. And then I was reading through all of the Ranger's Apprentice books at the time. I knew that I was going to want to run a campaign at some point. I knew Cass hadn't played, and if there was any chance of her really getting into it, it would be as a Ranger's Apprentice character.
I had played before Andora.
Yeah.
I played a very similar character. It was basically same name, same appearance,
It was
just
prototype.
different. She was built different.
Different.
Anyway. Yeah.
So,
yeah, and then so I came up. I pulled up Incarnate. I'm like, okay, what's this world look like? And I just started fiddling around with the map maker, and then I came to a general continent thing that I wanted. Then I wanted something. I wanted one of the areas to be heavy in trade. So that's when I started coming up with Erelon. I called it Erelon because I'm uncreative and I couldn't get the name Eraluin out of my head. So, but beyond that, it's since the campaign started, it's been mostly reactive. What are you guys doing? What decisions have you guys made? I've got a general idea of where the plot is supposed to go, but it's based on your guys' decisions, and you'll usually get to where I'm planning eventually. It's just how you get there might change drastically. I think the biggest thing with that so far has been the going from the Storm Giants directly to the capital of Greycap, and bypassing all of the travel that it would have taken to get there, and then
thank fuck we did.
Well, I mean, here's the dirty little secret of DMing. You guys would have gotten there with exactly as much time before shit went south. Either way. I just moved it up because you guys moved up my time frame.
How dare you?
This is the dirty secret to dungeon mastering. The time frame is always going to be exactly what it was always going to be. You were always going to get there with just a couple of days to spare. You were always going to get there just in time to stop Chartreuse from doing anything, or just too late to prevent Lord Mirren's revival.
A wizard is never late, nor is he ever early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Kind of, yeah. It was just the encounters you were going to hit along the way, and whether or not you were going to level up a couple of times. I will say this: skipping straight to the end like that did make the encounter a little bit harder for you. Storm Bear shouldn't have been as hard for you by that point, but it was there.
Yeah.
You were supposed to face a couple of storm sharks on your way down from the giant island.
Avonlea, did you help him create those?
Yes, she did. Look at her face.
No, actually, she didn't. I created those off to the side after the storm bear.
I think we did talk about it though.
Yeah, no, the storm bear basically gave me the idea. But they're flying. They're sharks that fly in storm clouds, and they were going to attack a sort of magic elevator that you guys were going to be riding back down to that border town. I believe I mentioned this to you, Liz, when we were talking about it, that there's a town towards the border of Erelon fiefdom and Greycap fiefdom where there's just a big hole in the ground, and this elevator was going to fit in it perfectly. And that was just going to be it was actually made to be a point of connection between the giant city and this town for trade and negotiations and things like that. But you guys bypassed that altogether because you guys decided to push a button and go to hell. So
no, it wasn't us collectively deciding to push a button.
No, it
to
was
go
Maddie
to hell.
pushing the button.
It was Maddie pushing the button to go to hell.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
We do have a question from Peter Kelly. Why the character names?
I already explained mine.
Yeah,
Mine play on Will from Ranger's Apprentice. So
Vonthong was actually randomly generated in D&D Beyond.
Wow, okay.
I just kept it.
fair.
For me, me as a player, for some reason, I always really insist on having names that correlate or have something to do with the character themselves.
Mhm.
That's how Kaida and Marina are for me.
Mm-hmm.
Their names have something to do with the actual character.
Mm-hmm. I had decided on Esmeralda for some reason, Dark Moon or New Moon, just because I don't know, I really liked the concept of her being someone that is like present but never actually seen.
Mm-hmm.
And her other names, Priscilla, Humeria, and even Endilion, were all formulated in their own way. Priscilla, basically, I believe, is a Muslim name for like red hair or of red. I have like my own little side canon that her mom purposely named her Priscilla in her middle name to maybe tie the fates so that she would like have her mom's red hair when she was born. Priscilla. Humeria actually is just Latin for ancient. So I thought that was a nice tie with her own clerical studies. And then Endilion is actually Soul of Fire or Fire Soul. And I thought that would be interesting to incorporate for her and her family name because they live in a very cold environment. So in my head, to have like a soul of fire is what keeps them enduring and basically prosperous in Grey Cap, and like just like also helps to build up the whole like red theme with like fire and transition, and because fire is a very transitional element, and even with
that would have been really nice to know in the beginning, because I could have worked a lot of that into the story so far.
You can if you want. I
intend to now.
Okay. And even with Aemond, because I actually named Aemond and Elaine. No, not Aemond. Oh yeah, no. I named Aemond, Elena, and I don't remember if I named Edward, and also Eleanor. Eleanor was inspired by Lord of the Rings. I think it was Sam's kid was Eleanor, which means like flower of light. Aemond came from Edmund, which basically means wealthy or protection or prosperity in Gaelic.
So why didn't you just name him Edmund?
I don't know. I just didn't.
It seems like it would have been so much easier.
I don't know. I kind of liked Aemond better.
Especially when we were getting him mixed up with Naaman.
Yeah. But it was I didn't know Naaman was going to be Naaman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't know Naaman was going to be Naaman. He could have had any other name. And Elena, I believe, is also like Tree of Light or something like that. And then
Elena
Edward.
of Avalon?
I mean, yeah.
God.
But what was I think it's. Oh wait, no, it's Selene or Moon. I forgot. So like Moon and Dark Moon, and I think Edward is also light or something of the other. But yeah, I actually purposely like wanted to correlate names with the story because one thing, again, little headcanon about Esmeralda and her mom is that I sort of like imagined that her mom was still a little bit superstitious and believed in the power of naming things appropriately as it like guides through like one's destiny or future and things like that. So I imagined after Aemond was born, and she gave him their names. Like she figured, well, maybe we'll go a little bit further with Esmeralda, and so like she gave her a very proper title.
All right.
But yeah, so that's why the names, and that's why I went last, because I knew that explanation would be very, very long.
Well, I was listening to that entire thing, and I'm like, if I explain this, it's basically going to be just, well, a bunch of them are named after the cast members of Critical Role. And the thing that immediately popped into my head was the TikTok audio. This is Habersham. He's a blah 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 blah. And then it would be me. These are my babies, Chonko and fuck ass.
Yeah.
Or then there's the audio. These are my ladies.
Jill, little Susie, Brianna.
So Jack had
girl.
Jack had a question before the character names ones. Quincy's Tavern. I'm guessing this is in reference to the inspirations for your world, Brian. Did you mention Quincy's Tavern earlier from TikTok?
No. But it would be, I think even Quincy like gave like the okay for people to include Quincy and his tavern in their own campaigns.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Which I thought was like really awesome and very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It also kind of just fits the lore.
Yeah.
Isn't that the whole point of Quincy's Tavern?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like it connects to like every universe somehow.
Yes.
Yep. And Jack was also wondering if you quantum ogred them. I'm not sure what them is
I don't
referring.
know, yeah.
He also
I don't
said
even know
grape
what you
flavored
just said.
turkey. So
I don't know what quantum ogre means. Could you possibly explain it to us?
I'm so confused.
Because this question was put up a little while ago, and we were still talking about
Character stuff?
Yeah.
I will say I'm interested to see. One thing I will say I'm interested to see in the future for this campaign is whether or not we actually do go to all of the fiefdoms. Ryan, I don't know what you have planned. That's whole.
It is the plan.
Okay.
Whether or not we get there is up to you guys. But
I'm actually very interested to see Karin. Is that what it's called? The one left of Greycap.
Karan.
Just because I feel like Karan is one of the fiefdoms that's still like a total mystery to us.
Mm-hmm.
It's Jade's fiefdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The monk.
The one who
She hit on Annalise.
Yeah.
Dude, that was great. I loved that. That was so funny.
The only problem I have is it's basically just Bo. I mean, I can't... Like, the only thing I can do different is this one's bisexual. Okay.
Sure.
Wasn't Bo bi?
No, Bo was lesbian.
She was a lesbian.
Oh, I thought Bo was bi for some reason.
No, I think she tried dating a boy once, and then like it didn't fall through.
It was just like...
She was just like, no.
All right.
Also, quick touch on something previous with the whole Halloween costume thing with my character. Jackson the Ginger is the TikToker I was referring to earlier.
Oh, okay.
I
remember him. He does. I haven't watched his content in a while, but I know who you're referring to, and that makes sense for Carl.
Yes.
Oh my god, that makes sense for Carl. Yeah, 100%. What else am I excited for this campaign?
For the other two in this chat here, or in this little streaming call, saying I'm gonna just send you guys the profile.
Okay.
What else am I excited for? What else am I anticipating? I am actually very excited to touch on Annalise's arc.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to go to Twinspire. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
I have plans. I have plans.
Oh god.
Oh, you have plans. That's interesting.
Her dad has pissed me the fuck off.
I mean, her dad has probably pissed a lot of people off. I mean, to be fair.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, look. That it's just going to be so interesting to like interact with that whole world because we don't know much about it besides what Annalise has not so subtly shared.
Or what Avonlea's siblings have said.
Oh yeah.
And Roblin.
Because the terrors of Twinspire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The devils of Twinspire.
Yeah, they're known as the Devils of Twinspire because the academy that they attended was basically how'd you put it, Ryan? Saved by the Bell meets Dukes of Hazzard.
I've never watched Saved by the Bell, so probably not.
But it was more Dukes of Hazzard, wasn't it?
No. It was more like the Weasley twins.
Right.
But
Alright.
meets like the most stick up the ass fucking wizard school there is.
So that would probably be the school from the Charlie Bone series. That's the one I'm thinking of.
It would basically be if the Weasley twins got put into a school where there was nothing but Ravenclaws. And only the boring ones.
Oh, I was about to say, there are, like, some of Ravenclaws are wild.
Luna,
yeah,
Gilderoy?
Yeah,
Gilderoy was a Ravenclaw. Let that sink in for a minute.
Hey, Ravenclaw's a bad
so
name.
much.
We don't talk about him.
We don't
No,
talk about
it's coming. I felt it as soon as she said it.
Oh god.
We don't talk about Gilroy Lockhart.
Oh god.
I mean, I'm also Ravenclaw, so.
Same. But yeah, what else am I looking
Surrounded.
or are we looking forward to for Erelon? Or just the campaign?
I know I'm looking forward to a couple of the moments that I've got planned out. I don't know how we're going to get to them, but there's a couple of them that are going to be heartbreaking. There's a couple that are going to be fucking pump your fist in the air, fuck yeah moments.
Okay, so what are they?
I'm not telling you. But there's a couple of moments that are going to be like cry sad tears, cry happy tears, I hope, if I do my job right. And then there's just going to be just fuck yeah moments. Hopefully. Again, if I do my job right. And I can't tell you what they are.
No, of course.
But those are what I'm looking forward to the most right now.
I'm actually looking forward to going back to Laston.
I am curious about what happened to Von Thorn's job that she kind of
Yes.
I've been to Goldfield.
Yeah.
I've been planting seeds because of that. That's why I asked Azazel. I was like, could you have possibly had any contacts in Goldfield that may or may know what happened with that?
Goldfield, because Von Thorn was on her way there with a caravan for the job that she got ambushed at. Like, there was this whole ambush thing that happened to introduce Von Thorn, and
Yep.
Guys, it's a chair.
No, fuck off. No, it's not. Fuck off. It's not. No. You're not gonna chair us like Critical Role. Absolutely not.
It's a chair.
No, it's not.
It was an excuse to get Von Thorn in the campaign.
Well, now you can do something with it if you want to, because you planted the seeds.
Because Von Thorn, being who she is, she's still concerned about the people of the caravan and want to make sure she gets there to find out if they made it okay. She hasn't been able to, kind of set
no, but
to ask.
It was already a tie-in
I know.
to the bandits being more prevalent in Goldfield now.
I know.
That's all it was meant to be.
Oh, they're so concerned. You do Von Thorn are concerned.
You guys, if you don't stop, you guys are gonna figure out that those merchants are the BBEG.
Yeah, seriously. I'm excited to see a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I'm excited to also touch a little bit more with Willow. Yes, and that's what she said.
Oh. I don't think you really want Willow like that, though.
It would be Willow's first time.
Yeah, because she's
I mean,
a virgin.
I don't know.
but-
Esmeralda kind of strikes me as the kind of person who enjoys being a virgin killer. Like she strikes me as the kind of person that, oh, don't worry, sweetie. I'll make sure that you are properly taken care of. Like she seems like the kind of person who enjoys walking you through the right steps.
Look,
Because it's a total power trip.
I mean, you're not wrong. But canonically, I'm not gonna say you're wrong.
You're not wrong. I'm just not going to agree with you because if I don't, that doesn't mean it means it doesn't have to be canon.
Well, I mean, like it's still true. Like,
So-
100% I agree with you.
So anyone in the chat that happens to have artistic abilities, please draw Esmeralda and
I mean,
Just a disclaimer: we probably can't show it on stream if you do.
but
not unless it's super tastefully done.
I was still
Even
love it,
then.
though. You can still do it if you want to use a DM.
Oh
to
yes,
me
I
on
will
Instagram.
still love it.
Absolutely,
Yes.
100%. I actually picked out her own lingerie line. Love it.
Yeah.
That was
Of
fun.
course you did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
That actually,
I remember this actually.
that actually reminds me. I need to find that image you sent me of that lingerie that we both found.
It's somewhere in the server somewhere.
Because I had the idea of doing artwork of all of the ladies of Waddle
Oh,
in
really?
the various colors.
guys.
Like pinup?
Add that to the list of merch ideas. Our own lingerie line
Yeah,
for each character. Oh my god, that
I'd
would
wear it.
actually be kind of dope.
That would be
Yeah.
so
I would
sweet.
fucking. Oh.
Each of you come with your own ideas for a lingerie line, and then have like a professional fashion designer create them, and then sell them.
Ooh.
Oh, that would be so cool.
You all know Von Thorns would be animal print and like scales.
I imagine like a leopard print with like rainbow or like hollow like print.
It would basically be lingerie. So there would be some pieces that is mixing all of that with freaking Lisa Frank rainbows.
Oh, Jack says quantum ogering is arranging events so that regardless of what choices the players make, the outcome is the same. Yeah.
Yeah, basically. It's essentially just, okay, you guys went this way. Well, the plot's that way. I'm just going to move the plot back around
Yeah,
here
yeah,
so
yeah,
that it's
yeah,
still in
yeah.
front of you at all times.
Also,
No matter
Jack,
which
thank-
direction you
What
choose,
you
the plot
did
is always
with
in front of you.
Westmarch.
Also, Jack, thank you for trying to help me remember which TikToker it was I was thinking of at the time.
Well, no, in Westmarsh, I did something else entirely.
Well, no,
Um,
like, when we were starting to head towards Westmarsh and you brought us back.
Right, but that wasn't. That was way more heavy-handed. That was kind of like
Yeah.
that was more on the side of railroading than anything else, and I
Fair.
don't particularly think I did a good job with that. But everybody
We loved
starts
it.
somewhere.
We loved it.
I mean, as long as everybody has fun, that's like all that really matters. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I could have handled it better,
Mhm.
and I hopefully will in the future.
Mhm.
So.
But yeah, I did not know there was a term for that. Quantum ogering. Interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know that was the thing either.
Yeah. Neither do
I'm
I.
going to keep that one in mind.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna forget about it.
Quantum ogering is very, like, out there, I guess. And that's the only way to say it.
Schrodinger's ogre.
Is he ogre in
Basically,
the box,
what they're-
or is it, like, not... Is it alive, or is it dead?
Is it down road A or is it down road B? Ha! Joke's on you. It's down both.
Yeah. I feel like I also do that as a DM as well. I don't know about you, Avonlea, but
Yeah.
quantum ogering, I feel like it's at least pretty common practice. for most.
I mean, it
of
kind of has to be.
Yeah.
Like especially if you're someone like me who's kind of the on the fly DM, who doesn't really like do a whole lot of session prep.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of have to. You have to have like vague ideas of what's going to happen, and then you got to figure out how your characters are going to get to it from here. Sometimes I do it the other way around, like Cass was saying earlier when you guys were decided to go to Westmarsh. You guys basically had two options: either you go left or you go right. If you guys decided to go into Bastalon and look for Naaman's mom, there was a chance you would have found her. But if you decided to go to Westmarsh, which is what you ended up doing, by the time you guys ran into Naaman's mom, she would have been dead, killed at the hands of an angry slave mob.
Ooh.
Oh, all right.
Lovely.
Interesting. I will say one thing that I guess kind of shocked me about the campaign. I didn't think we would get to Esmeralda's arc so quickly. You know what I mean? I didn't think we'd get to Grey Cap so quick. I was like, bro, we're starting with me? Whoa! Okay! I guess.
Fair.
That was kind of a shock for me. I don't know why. I guess I'm just not used to...
You kind of became the center of attention once the actual royal family got involved.
Yeah.
You were the one with the highest point of connection to these people, and so you were just the natural person for the story to start progressing through at that time.
But also Willow is a ranger, though, so she still technically has those
Technically
ties.
not yet. She's only an apprentice,
Yeah.
and she doesn't have the authority of a
Yeah,
ranger.
that's fair.
Yeah, not yet.
Which is why she tries not to actually bring it up.
Which is why whereas you are still technically a noble, not to mention you're actually just friends with a lot of these people.
Yeah.
And despite your insistence on keeping that friendship more business than casual, they are absolutely incapable or unwilling to let you do such a thing. And they will insist on dragging you into their shenanigans.
Oh,
at every
absolutely.
fucking
Yeah,
convenient.
100%.
And if not the other nobles, Waddle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was
Oh.
also... Oh, go ahead.
Another one of my favorite moments from the campaign was the whole bathhouse in
Woo!
Westworld.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was so much
Yeah.
fun.
That was hilarious.
That was fucking great.
Just fucking 20 minutes later, standing in the rubble of an entire bathhouse.
Yeah.
Just
Fucking awesome.
And then them
All of
going,
you buck-ass naked, no more
Sorry.
towels.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, Volthard was not there for that at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been great if she was. I want another bathhouse scene.
I mean, but
I want
that's...
another bathhouse episode.
I feel
We'll
like...
we need this.
Oh, go ahead.
Volthard still has to meet this brother that Willow
Oh my
has
god,
a crush on.
yes!
And, like, also now... actually, one of the things I've been sort of, like, rehearsing in my own time, which I have, like... I actually rehearse some lines for Esmeralda sometimes when moments come up. Because
I do the same.
Because I have nothing
Same.
better to do. As...
DM bathroom voices.
oh my god, all the time. All the time.
I just sorry, tangent real quick. I have never felt more seen in my entire life than the Critical Role DM roundtable
Yes,
where they
yes.
talked about fucking bathroom voices.
Yes!
I felt so called out.
Dude. See, mine don't happen in the bathroom, though. They happen in the car. Because I often
They happen
drive alone.
everywhere for me.
Mhm.
Same.
And like I'm constantly like super self-conscious about it. So as soon as I hear any movement in the house, I just yike.
Which is sad because I love hearing him do that. I love it so much.
But yeah, no.
Which definitely doesn't make it worse at all.
yeah.
It's one of the things I love
love
about
it.
my position at my work, because where I work, there's hardly anybody there. And I wear a mask at work, so even if there were people around, I could talk quietly enough so no one could see my lips move.
Right. But Esmeralda is actually sort of like thinking about, oh god.
Maybe a
don't-
Dillion.
No, stop it. Woo! That's also something that she's kind of on the side thinking about, not really on the
Do you
forefront.
still want to be called Esmeralda, Lady Andillion, or can we call you Ezzy?
I'm not a lady. Technically, I'm just.
Oh no, we call her Emmy. That.
Oh yeah, there's also Emmy.
Oh God. But no, she's actually sort of preparing to maybe pull Willow to the side a little bit and be like,
That's bad news.
I don't want to ruin the surprise, but I would strongly suggest removing your gaze from my brother, not only for my own personal reasons, but he may not be as an eligible a bachelor anymore as
You're really not his type.
Which also
That's
is kind of
great.
which also is kind of funny, since we also established the cake story with Esmeralda, with like the whole bunch of girls trying to conspire to find a way to get with Aemond.
Yeah.
Which also is
That's
like it's
fucking
kind of funny.
That is, yeah.
You know what I mean? So at the same time, I was like, huh, that kind of plays into that a little bit. That's really funny.
Yeah, that was the point.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have a question.
He's been gay for a while.
I do have a question about the character Willow. Remembering that she's still an apprentice.
Yes.
When's she gonna graduate?
When she hits level 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, like,
Basically.
is it still true that, like, Willow kind of maybe doesn't want to continue the work of a ranger?
That is fair. That's a fair question.
She's not sure on it,
Okay.
actually.
That's fair.
She wants to talk to Darius first
Mm-hmm.
and like actually talk to her mentor about it.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't have the chance to. She's probably at some point going to talk to Tug about it too.
Yeah, right, because
That's going to be a conversation.
Yeah, because wasn't Tug given to her as part of this apprenticeship?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't lose Tug.
Dude, I think
We
I
have
would
to steal
actually
Tug.
cry.
If we have to steal Tug,
Tug doesn't have to be stolen. He can follow us.
Tug is her horse regardless of whether or not she stays a ranger.
Oh, I'm
Good.
sure. You know what
but
I mean?
would she still be able to communicate with Tug?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's
she
like
already
one.
she
Yeah.
already has that bond.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Plus, she still is like, she's not an official, like, she doesn't have a badge of office, but she's still a ranger. She still has the training.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just doesn't have the authority.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So she still has all the training, all the tools of the trade, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of, like, what other questions to talk about a little bit, just, like, for the next maybe 10 or 15 minutes before we wrap up. I guess maybe my question is favorite moment, or, like, moments where you legit felt, like, scared this campaign.
Legit felt scared.
Yeah, like, oh no, this could go way bad.
Pufferfish.
That's one of them.
Pufferfish, storm bear, red wormlings.
Yes, yeah.
Honestly.
I think it will probably be,
Oh,
go ahead, you go first while I think.
when we were in hell the first time and I was conversing with that pit demon,
Yes.
trying to convince
yeah,
the
that
pit
one
demon to
too.
let us go.
That,
Oh,
that was a rough time, because,
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't a pit demon. It was because the pit fiend was the warden.
right.
You guys didn't get to meet him. I think it was a
Right.
bone devil.
mhm.
Oh no. Either
Either
bone
way.
devils are different. Either way.
No, a
that-
horn devil. It was
Horn
3
devil.
horn devils. That was it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, because social shit and like having to like negotiate on matters such as those is not generally my strong suit in real life. I'm not good at lawyering.
I mean, neither am I.
I am an advocate type person. I am not a lawyer type person.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that I was somehow able to convince that demon to let us go on the specified terms that we have.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and if that's another conversation that I guess Esmeralda can have with either Liam or her brother, and be like, why the fuck did you take that statue and it's like, why is it there? Excuse you. I got into shit because of you dumbasses being in hell.
Honestly, we probably should figure out why they took the statue, because if it was for a good reason...
I mean, even if it was for a good reason, I don't know if we really have a choice.
Oh, yeah.
But,
I'm just gonna put this out there. Demons are demons, and they always have loopholes.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, Willow actually needs...
Mm-hmm.
At some point, Willow actually needs to pull Esmeralda aside to talk about the possibility of her dying and what she wants Esmeralda to do if she does.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that would be interesting. I feel like Esmeralda is a little bit like a Batman in a sense, is that she always is thinking about, like, backup plans.
Yeah.
In a way, or like, if this scenario happens, what would be my next step, or blah blah blah. Which
is odd, because you would think that like Willow would be the Batman character in this scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but I kind of love that she's not the Batman in a sense, right? You feel more human in that sense.
What, that I'm chaos incarnate without meaning to?
Yeah, actually, yes, 100%. I feel like you make the character more like you in that.
I feel like you really are the kind of the Keyleth of this particular.
Yes, exactly. Yes, that's a good comparison.
Know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
No, that's a very good thing. Keyleth's a great character, and actually, it's sort of like you guys mirror each other a little bit in the sense that like Keyleth was she had to go on a journey to train and become a certain level in order to like protect and become the next person.
Voice of the Tempest.
Voice of the Tempest, thank you. I was like, what's the technical term for like Voice of the Tempest? But in the sense, she was very awkward and didn't know a lot about the world, and basically was figuring shit out on her own before she met Vox Machina. And that's an interesting parallel with you. But you guys take social awkwardness in different directions?
Yeah, like where she was like kind of upbeat and cheerful about it, and always like, and kind of like the always trying too hard to people please.
Yeah.
You're kind of the other way around. You didn't go to upbeat and cheerful. You went, I'm just gonna stay over here where nobody will talk to me. Mm-hmm. Oh God, people are talking to me.
Yeah. You're that oh no people sound.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
People.
Well, yeah.
Speaking of oh yeah, go ahead.
No, I wasn't really gonna say anything.
Speaking of oh no people, Von Tharn, I feel like there's a question I've wanted to kind of ask as a like player to character or player to player. Von Tharn sort of like seems to ascribe into the sense that like she's the therapy cat or therapy character.
He is FCG of this campaign.
Of the campaign. Does that like actually? Do you think that's going to interfere with like her own sensibilities in the future?
I mean, I guess it depends on how things go and how her future interactions with others go down. Because, she's had some pretty interesting interactions, including putting a pirate in sort of rethinking his life mode.
Dude, that was amazing.
That was great.
That was so good.
I think you made him rethink his life so much as just really confused the shit out of him.
More than
Which you have that effect on a lot of people.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just
Pipik, you awakened a kink in Pipik?
Yeah.
Well, that was the opposite of confusion. He knew exactly what he felt at that moment.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's just some things.
Yes.
Pippic knew exactly what he was into
Yes.
long before Von Tharn showed up. Second of all, when he said "marry me," he was joking.
Yes.
It was just a way of saying, "Hey, I think you're hot."
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But Von Tharn took it very literally,
Well,
and he kind of just had the good grace to just let it.
See, it was on Von Tharn's end. She's just reacting in the best way she she's having natural reactions, whether or not the reactions of who she's reacting to react in other ways is unintentional.
Okay, let me try to put it this way. Von Tharn had a very autistic reaction.
Yeah.
In the sense that she did not understand the social cue of, no, I did not actually mean this absurd thing I just blurted out.
Yeah. She took it very literally.
Yeah.
Has Von Tharn
Hopefully because I did it too, out of character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But has Von Tharn dated before?
No.
Oh, lovely.
I mean, well, technically she has now. Well, she's been on a date.
No shit, but that's not what I was
supervised
asking.
Date.
Yeah. Ew, don't say it like that. Oh, that's gross.
You're mean.
I heavily supervised date.
Oh goodness, I hate the way you describe that.
She did not mean to show herself, but y'all were teleporting away.
Yeah.
So but she had to.
To be fair, I did make you roll some stealth checks there.
Yeah.
To see if you could get through the portal without being seen.
I think for Von Tharn's
good thing that she was seen, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought you were going to get through unseen. Because the cloak, because your high stealth, because but like yeah.
So okay, so so Bliss Star just commented, watch how you use that word, please. She's referring to the term autistic reaction.
Right. I did mean it in the clinical term, though. So, like, because a lot of autistic people, they do have trouble with literal versus, what's the word I'm looking for?
Figurative?
Figurative speech.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is what I meant when I said that.
Yeah. Because in real life,
we do actually have autistic people on the stream. I am aware, but good looking out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also in real life, I do have slight issues with taking things too literally as well. So, yeah,
no, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I do too.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
While that is a thing that my brain does, I have yet to speak with a medical professional as to whether or not I am fully on the spectrum. I do at least have the diagnosis of ADD and PTSD.
Okay. Shall we have maybe one more final question before before we end?
So a lot.
There goes my mic.
Does anybody else have any questions?
I'm trying to think of something good.
Does anyone in the chat have questions for us?
Questions for us, for our DM.
For specific people, for specific characters.
Any loopholes that need filling, or not loopholes, plot holes that need filling?
Yes, plot holes.
Yeah.
I will say, I think it's kind of funny how, like, in the beginning, Ezra still technically made Liam blush at some point.
So is Liam bi?
Maybe. I don't know. Okay, I guess DM doesn't know either. Yeah, okay, so just in case if we don't see anything in the next minute.
Yeah.
Let me think. Maybe I'll pull up. Ginny D has a very. Oh, go ahead.
I was about to say, like, either pull up a random question generator.
Ginny D actually has a great list to get to know your characters.
Okay.
That she actually like sometimes incorporates in her games.
Did you guys know that apparently the all you need to do in order to cure or prevent hiccups is remind yourself that you're not a fish?
What?
Apparently. I saw a thing on TikTok, the dude tried it and it worked, and I'm like, no.
I will have to test this next time I get hiccups.
Are you gonna remember it?
Probably not.
It was that one dude who does he does a lot of bathroom mirror content. He talks about like working at other jobs and things like that. He I think he did a fundraiser to try to get himself a Tesla at one point.
Mm-hmm.
So I found a list. It's 50 questions. Do we want to maybe roll for it?
Maybe. What do we roll for it?
As in like
30.
30? Okay.
Okay.
So in one of your
Okay.
So for one of your, I guess maybe one answer for one of the NPCs, do you like being the center of attention?
What was that?
Do you like being the center of attention?
No. That is Willow's answer. Fuck no.
It's not really a matter of whether I like being the center of attention. I walk into a room and I am the center of attention, whether I want to be or not.
It's very true.
Oh, fuck yes.
It's very true. I don't think. Okay. Esmeralda is capable of being the center of attention. She just really chooses not to be. And also, like, in the same sense, because, like, she's the kind of person that you gotta, like, talk to and grow with. She's not really very open. Do either of you guys want to roll either, like, a d20 or d100?
Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah!
Because there's 50...
I rolled a d30.
Okay, well, there's 50...
I rolled a 10.
There's 50 questions. Okay, 10?
Yeah.
So answer. Ooh, this is interesting. Answer for like Willow. When was the last time you cried? And I think I know the answer, but go ahead.
I don't think I cried in the campaign.
Yes,
I have?
When Esmeralda died.
Oh fuck. Yeah, then probably then. That was probably the last time Willow cried.
Yeah, wait, was Esmeralda's death before or after Colleen's disappearance?
That was after, yeah.
After, okay.
I don't think I actually cried. Like, actually, tears. I know she was sad. I don't know if she actually cried.
I think you wiped, like, one tear off.
Okay, never mind. I'm dumb. If I cried at Esmeralda's death, then it was Esmeralda.
But you also could have cried when Colleen left. I don't think you did.
Colleen was before Esmeralda.
Yeah.
And she absolutely would have cried at Colleen leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about you, Avonlea? What'd you get?
13.
13. Oh, interesting. Have you ever had your heart broken, Von Thorn?
Romantically, no. However, there have been a lot of heartbreaks when it comes to losing people.
There was a lot of grandparents to get through.
Where did
But then-
that come
Oh my
from?
god!
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, now
I
I know what you
hate you.
mean. I'm like, we're not talking about. Oh. Oh man. Oh,
She theoretically has 12 of them.
Yes. Uh huh.
Yeah. Or more if any of them are step grandparents.
And not only that, that's also not considering whether or not they're also polygamous.
Yeah. And also there's like disappearance of Colleen, there was Esmeralda's death, there was Naven's death when she was being empathetic for
Annalise almost dying.
Yeah, Annalise almost dying, and then oh shoot. And Willow almost dying because Valdar was a blubbering mess at the end of that.
No. Oh yeah.
Just
Yeah,
how
well, it was
scared
like,
she
I
was.
don't know what just happened.
Mm.
Why is Valdar crying? Who made Valdar cry?
Yeah, basically, I'm gonna kill them! Wait, it was me? I'm gonna kill them!
Oh yeah. Okay. So I guess I'll roll for my own as Esmeralda.
Roll it.
Oh, it's a 1.
Oh god.
That's why I never.
Good thing we're not playing.
Yeah, and that's why I never. I love these Esmeralda dies with all my heart and soul. It's the red crystal one with the Gothic Cathedral numbers, but it always rolls so bad. Oh, it's not even a good question. Are you a morning person or a night owl? Well, now she's definitely more of a night person than she's ever been.
But that's not by choice, though.
Oh, yes.
Okay, are we doing more?
If you want.
No, I
It's
think
up to
we are
you.
going to end things there.
Oh, one more!
Okay.
One more, please.
Right, sure.
3.
3. Willow, you see a huge spider in your room. What do you do?
Okay, so this is actually something that I've been wanting to fucking do for a while now.
Okay.
She is terrified of spiders.
Oh.
Fucking terrified. So, yes, she is going to scream and run away. Like, she actually gets the frightened effect when she sees spiders.
Oh, really?
She is fucking terrified of spiders.
Oh, interesting.
I'm just imagining she just shoots it with like with her bow and arrow, but not just like shoots it with an arrow. No, she actually like casts barrage and then fucking shoots it.
See,
It would be more like ensnaring thorns, something like that.
Ensnaring
Hunter's
strike.
mark. Yeah, something like that.
Yes,
Just
yes,
all in
yes.
one fluid motion, Hunter's Mark.
No.
barrage.
Just nope.
Yeah.
See, I imagine she like opens up the room, sees a spider in the room, like a natural like tiny spider, and be like, nope, and close the door and like sleep outside.
Yeah, she would. She would go into fucking Von Tharn's room or Esmeralda's or Annalise's and fucking sleep in there.
I don't want
So what I'm hearing is giant spiders need to be the next encounter.
I honestly,
Oh my
we've
God,
been in the
no.
Underdark for so long. I'm surprised it hasn't come up yet.
Honestly, same. Like, I've been waiting for this moment in game.
I honestly thought we were going to come across giant spiders in the tunnel systems of the storm giant.
Yeah, if it wasn't
caverns.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
honestly.
Yeah.
You probably would have if you had continued.
Yeah. Von Tharn, what did you roll? Did you roll another one or no?
I got 20.
20. Okay. Von Tharn, are you a good cook?
I am still learning a bunch of things, but thanks to that herbalism book, I was able to finally learn how to do roasted seeds.
Mm.
Just as a quick aside I'm just going to put this one out there. Willow is probably the best cook in the group
Probably.
Willow?
because it's part of her ranger training
Oh,
to
yeah.
be able to cook a decent meal in a campsite.
She doesn't have cook's tools, though.
You do.
No, I don't.
You're proficient in them. You have them.
I don't. I'm not proficient in them.
Yes, you are. It's one of the proficiencies you get as a King's Ranger. It is part of your class.
Well, guess what? They're not in there, apparently.
Apparently she doesn't have
hold
it.
on. Hold on.
Okay.
That's Marina's. Give
If
me a
it doesn't
second.
say it on your sheet, then just know that you have it.
Mhm.
I've been waiting for you to use it this whole time, but then you got a traveling tavern, and
And not only that, but like Von usually offers, and also Massey because he makes us sushi. Who's
Yeah.
Oh,
gonna
I
say
do
no to
have Christmas
sushi?
utensils.
Just
Okay.
no poke.
Yeah, I told you.
Okay.
Also, can we also please acknowledge that one of my fears that I realized recently is in that now that we've teleported out of the tavern, I don't have my lair.
Oh no.
So
shit.
wherever we
then-
are, we're gonna have to spend like a
Oh,
few
fuck.
hours so that I can make a lair.
Well, we
somewhere.
haven't teleported yet.
Well, we're about to, so that's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and here's another one for me. What is that? That's a 18 and a 6, so what? That's 22? Oh, did you have to grow up fast?
Oh.
Oh.
How would she answer that question?
Yeah.
Because she already kind of answered it a few sessions
Yeah.
ago. But not. She didn't really see us growing up fast. I grew up at the pace that was necessary for me. I wasn't stripped of a childhood per se, but well, certain roles needed to be met after my mother left, and at the time I was 16, so
Out
I
of
was
character.
grown up enough.
Out of character, when you said certain rolls, my brain processed that as cinnamon rolls.
I think you're just
I got 24.
24. Okay. Oh, interesting. You can choose whoever character for this. When you go into a tavern, what do you order?
I tend to order the entire tavern. I can afford that. I'm king.
Yes! Oh my god. Actually, that's so true. We haven't had enough interactions with the king, and I think that's so
Right?
sad.
Right?
He's actually a great character.
really.
Yeah.
Just don't tell my wife.
Oh god, that was a great moment too. That was just a great little roleplay moment.
Mm.
All of y'all don't believe that Esmeralda has chaos, and let alone that only like 2 people know that she kind of sort of jokingly but did blackmail the king to tell his wife that he blew up a bathhouse with his son. In order for favors.
Author totally recognizes that Esmeralda has her own chaos. She said so herself.
It's just, well, everyone does, but yeah.
Hey, Cabra, how about you
Interesting.
stop being such a dipshit?
Well, that's all right. I think we're just about wrapping up and just about done, right?
Unless
I think
anybody
so.
has any other questions.
I haven't really seen anything, and it is 10 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
So,
And I, for one, am getting real tired.
I can kind of tell you guys have been yawning.
Yeah.
So
We've kind of been up since like 8, 11
6.
same
Six.
actually, because I was at work then, and I had to work an extra hour technically because the clock turned.
Ooh,
Yeah. So I was there for
Ooh.
9 hours.
that's gross.
But anyway, I think we're good for now. Next week we should be continuing, but the week after I think we have other plans with either my campaign or Avonlea's, correct?
It's either next week or the week after for that.
Right, because you wanted it the same weekend as Thanksgiving, right?
Thanksgiving. That way, you know, we have a break Thanksgiving week.
I think that should work though, because yeah, I think that would work better.
Unless people are going elsewhere for family stuff.
Oh no, I'm gonna be home.
Same.
Because no one
Yeah.
can afford to travel!
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
There's also not a whole lot of places we're traveling to, but you know, hey.
Yes, there is. Idaho, Pennsylvania, California. Thank you very much.
Come.
Okay, let's go.
Come.
We'll just go pick up everybody.
Please,
Fucking bet, bitch.
please, please,
We'll do it. Do it.
please,
I'll take you guys to Philly. We'll
Please.
go to New
Come
York.
here.
please. Just
I want
make
to go
sure
to the
pick
Harry
up Matt.
Potter fucking. I want to go to the fucking.
I know.
Harry
I can
Potter
take
store
you
in New
there.
York.
I know
Oh
where
my
it
God.
is. I can take
We just
you
gotta
there.
make sure to pick up Maddie first on the way.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
duh.
Maddie.
Yeah.
And Jack.
And
Yes.
Jack. Yes, of course.
Yeah, Maddie, Jack, and then on the way
Yes.
back, me, and then Liz. Yes.
And then those of us who like to cook, we can spend the day cooking the Thanksgiving meal. And then those of us who
Dude.
can't cook.
Last year, the fucking turkey that Ryan made, delicious. It's so good.
Breakfast pie. It's coming. The pie that you eat, the leftover pie that you eat after Thanksgiving dinner. That's
Yes.
still all around. Like I always eat it for breakfast. Don't know why.
That's fair. I've never done that, I don't think.
It's so good.
You know what I've always wanted to try?
Hmm.
Turning Thanksgiving leftovers into quiche.
Ooh,
Huh.
I've never thought of that.
I've never had a quiche.
One of
You've
my
never
favorite-
had a quiche?
One of
We
my
need to
favorite things to
remedy
do
this.
for like a Thanksgiving type foods is my mashed potatoes, which are pretty basic. You can spice them however you want with like garlic, salt, or whatever. But I like to put a block of cream cheese in when I mix it up.
Oh, with the mashed potatoes?
Yeah.
I know
And
I want mashed potatoes.
they're so smooth, and they're so. If you do it right, if you get the right ratio, which I don't always do, unfortunately, if you get the right ratio and you get like the right masher and things like that, they are so good. Even like, especially if you like whip them with like a hand mixer or something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just so good.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not like super like runny liquid. If you get them right, they're still like firm potatoes, but they're smooth.
Uh-huh.
And
I like to use mashed potatoes sometimes as a spread for sandwiches.
Mhm. See what Nathan and I do, Nathan being my boyfriend, we do mashed potatoes and do shepherd's pie with it.
Well,
Anyway,
yeah,
before we go on any more tangents,
I'm
Yeah.
getting hungry. Thank you guys so much for watching. We should, I guess, be back next week. But I guess we're going to take the break for Thanksgiving. And yeah, so then we'll continue after that. And please check out everyone's links in the description below. Remember, we also do have character playlists.
Yes.
So if you
We do.
miss...
are they linked?
Yes. They're all link trees in the bottom. So then you can all check out our character playlists in case you miss us.
Yep. I will say this about the character playlists. Liz. I'm smart. Liz did such a fucking amazing job with them.
yeah.
Oh, fucking
gosh.
amazing. Like,
And maybe listen to Esmeralda's last, because hers is like 8 hours long.
I get the feeling you just keep adding to that one as you go.
I love Willow's.
Maybe you don't.
I love Willow's playlist so much. Like,
Oh yeah,
it's
I
so
love Willow's.
calming.
It's calming, but like there are also some moments in
But, like-
there where there's the badassery.
Oh, I know, and I love it.
Yeah, there's a lot of badass songs in there. Von Thorn's playlist is a lot of like also like pop and fun, but also like just chaotic and sweet goodness.
I need to listen
Feel
to everybody
goodness.
else's playlists
Mhm.
at some point. I haven't gotten around to it yet.
And then like Annalise is 90% she san. Oh my god, sea shanties.
Sea shanties. Do we
Lord.
still have Naaman's playlist by chance?
I don't know
or-
if it's linked, but
I don't think
people
it's
are
linked, but it is on Liz's profile.
Yeah.
Just in case any of you want to listen to
Mhm.
what the vibes were. For
And
them.
I actually did do one for Andora as well,
Mhm.
just like as a whole. Half of it is fantasy, and half of it are awesome anime intros and anime
It's-
songs.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. But you can check those out. Please.
The fairy tale theme better be in there.
I have to remember.
I'm just saying.
If it's not, I'll add it.
Is it Ryan's playlist?
I mean, essentially, kind of, yeah. It's just a playlist that I made just for like world building and thinking about Andorra.
So
Tales
Tales of Erelon?
Yeah, Tales of Erelon. That's that one. But yeah, there are playlists down below. Please check out everyone else who is here and all of their awesome stuff that they're doing. I know, Avonlea, you're still doing Book Nook. And I think, what else are you doing? I forget.
So the Idiot Book Nook does a couple things. We do the actual novels, which I think on Wednesday we get back to Prospero School of Magic, The Return of Merlin. And when one of our hostesses is not around, we actually do either the visual novel of Vampire the Masquerade or something like what we did last time, which was a Q&A.
Ryan, check out his YouTube and all of his stuff on TikTok. Same with Cass. I don't have anything on TikTok anymore, and everything that I do have makes me cringe to my very being.
Then you're doing it right.
No, it's not all.
So please check out her TikTok as well as everyone else's.
Blow it up. Just give her all the likes.
Oh,
And
And make sure her notifications just ring off the hook.
Don't
No,
spam
I turned them
Please.
I turned them off on purpose because I was like, I don't think I just want to touch this right now. But anyway, go and look at all their stuff. Please try to, if you can, get us to 100 before the end of the year. That would be great. And I guess that's it. Ryan, you want to call us out?
All right. Well, we thank you for joining us for this extra long Q&A. And until next time, don't let the bears bite.
Don't let the bears
Don't let the bears bite.